All right, we're rolling now. We're going.
Hey,
hello. Oh man, if y'all can't hear, we have a full room here tonight.
Cast.
Yeah,
beautiful people.
Podcast.
Welcome to the show. Murders. This is Let's Do
Serial
This.
Killers.
Let's Do This with Corey and co-host. And in addition to us, I'm gonna go around the room. We have, first of all, let me introduce somebody that everyone knows.
The most popular man of the hour.
Yeah, the infamous,
the coolest of cool.
DJ Kent Aaron.
My homie and yours.
I know. Everyone's turning off the internet right now.
Boo. Over here we have The Shining in from LA.
One and only.
And then
some applause.
And then we have Carlisle doing the show with us tonight.
Carlisle, look at him.
Yeah, hi Carlisle, how you doing?
Now it's time for a couple of cold ones with Corey and Carlisle.
Oh my God! There he is.
Man, that is
I just
not.
do that too well, don't I?
It is scary, man. That is actually not Carlisle. That is Renegade from Seattle.
Everyone, how you doing?
On his mind.
Renegade, the one that actually was the spur behind all this insanity.
The one that kicked you in the ass to make this happen.
Pretty much,
Bombarding us with emails and
I have
spam.
you swear and curse after this show.
Spamming people, create groups,
spamming people. Yeah, as soon as I get an email, I put it in the spam folder.
Exactly.
Well, poor Leon, he got the worst brunt of it.
I know Leon would come to me and he's like, he was the one. It was not because of you. It was because of him that I did this. He's like, you've got to get this guy off my back.
Well, I'd always leave messages for you. You never answer me back.
All I have to say, I'm glad I was the last person to get your last message. Because you know what? The other guys just aren't talking to me anymore, Coz. But I've always liked you. Hey, you want a party? Who are you?
But anyway, they've heard you before, Ken. I mean,
they've heard me.
You did
They're all done with me.
You did you did a Coco with me.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
That's right.
Hey, Shining, we haven't heard you talk too much. My man in from L.A.
Yes.
Right, Compton.
Yes, banging on people. I'm a gang member, people. You know, I'm a gang member. So.
You know, I'm just messing with you, right?
Oh, no, it's all gravy.
He has my back, course. Watch yourself before you wreck yourself.
For real. I will sit co-host on you.
Man, and let me tell y'all
That
something,
extension
boy.
cord only goes so far.
We went riding around today last night. I was taking them to the party. And let me tell you something. All these fools here, from Kent to the Renegade, and the biggest one over here, the Shining.
Yes.
3 of the biggest ass people ever met, and trying to fit into my car.
Little hatchback. I had co-host in my lap, just holding him and stuff. So you know.
I don't like being in your
Yeah,
lap.
he
Car
doesn't.
or refrigerator box with wheels.
Yeah.
You make the decision.
I got a little Camaro, and I'm trying to
sucks,
fit.
man,
We're like a Mexican clown car trying to rest.
Oh my God! No, you guys.
It was so bad. A Mexican clown car could make fun of how bad we were in that ride today.
Man, we did. We pulled some Harry Houdini shit trying to get in that.
Circus definitely came to town.
For real.
And the car was riding low. We had sparks going down the street. The car ain't never been that low
especially
before.
when you drive.
Okay, let me tell you what everybody is in town
That
for.
poor muffler.
They are in town for the spill party that just happened.
Great success.
Yeah, no,
Beautiful.
that went over so well,
success.
man. That went over. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you guys coming in from out of town for that.
Yeah.
So, but
Oh, not
And
a
thanks for
problem.
not being
I
crazy.
had to be there since I made the group, you know.
Yeah,
Of
if
course.
you weren't
You-
there,
since he
I was
stalked
gonna
people
come
to
hunt
be in
you
the group,
down.
of course. Boy, if you hadn't, I would have flew to Seattle and grabbed your ass and made you come
Like,
here.
come on, we gonna do something.
Yeah,
we
you got
gotta
your
do
goddamn
something.
mind starting this shit ain't gonna be here. I mean, if you could have been saying, I mean, I just lost a limb. I don't give a fuck. Put it on ice. Get over. We'll attach it when you get here. But this fool over here, Renegade, man, he was hardcore about this party. I mean, he called me like I was gone all day trying to get this shit together. He called me like at 5:00. You know what time it is, don't you? I was like, man, what? It's 5:00. You're gonna get here or not? I was like, what I look like fucking James the chauffeur or some shit? I was like, Harry the fuck. He's like, I just want to be there for the very beginning. I want to I was like, man, ain't shit gonna happen.
They opened the door. Did he think like confetti was gonna fall from the sky out of nowhere?
He was dressed for it. I'll tell you that.
I won't lie. I was one of the. Corey dropped me off first at the party, and it was awkward at first. I won't lie. It was a lot of, hi, I'm so and so, and hi, I'm so and so, and it's a lot of I kind of.
Tell you what, let's go ahead. That's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and for those of you who don't know how co-host and I do this, what we do is this is a show where we like to talk about the fans, the members, the supporters, and we read your email,
reading their problems.
Yeah, exactly, everything.
Tonight we're taking live questions.
And then maybe what's that? You got the
taking
chat room
live
open too?
questions from the Still chat
okay.
room tonight.
And DJ Kent over here on the wheels of steel working the chat room. So what we do here is we answer all those. We might bullshit about a few things that are going on, but mostly this is this show for you, the people out here. And
that's right.
And
you
so
fans,
and
all
you
the
dirty
Still
bastard.
Acts out
and
there.
that's why we had.
motherfuckers. I can't stand none of y'all.
And that is why we threw the party, and we're going to talk about how this party went down. So before we go any further, let's do this!
Let's do this, man.
Hold on. I'm sending something to chat. I'm sending something to Kent in the chat room. Kent, you suck. All right. You and your goddamn rules.
What the hell do you think you are?
Yeah, exactly. You think you're the master of spell?
Corey's not your friend.
Stop name dropping. Stop name dropping. It's impolite. We all know you're just trying to be better than everyone else.
And you came
You'll
in, you
never
even
be
said,
better.
you even told me, you like, I dropped names. You told me that. up
I
front.
dropped names like there was bombs on Iraq. I dropped names.
Well, let's talk about this party, man, that you guys came to. As you all said, I mean, let me get your opinions. Did the party work out for everybody? Did you have a good time?
Oh, yes,
Absolutely.
most definitely.
I don't drink and I had a hangover. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, this fool
You
woke
were
up
hanging
at
around
3.
with me enough, that's why.
Yes, it just seeped into my skin.
I have to thank Renegade for all those goddamn shots.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
That motor oil
anytime.
fucked him up.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't never seen somebody spike motor oil like Renegade did and poured it down this fool's head.
And not
man.
only that, he as soon as I got drunk enough, I think that gave him plenty of opportunity to just mess with my head the whole night. He was trying to unscrew my eyeballs, like trying to take a souvenir home.
It's
I'm
like, what does
what
this
are you doing,
do?
dude? What are you doing?
Just playing around in his head.
Yeah,
Cut
exactly.
that out. I hardly know you.
I think he spiked his ass like a volleyball down the
It's like,
Renegade.
I heard they went bowling with you later.
Did a little kickball. Played a
then he
little
started
kickball.
Exactly.
rubbing on me. I was like, whoa, hey, I ain't no damn.
Yeah, he tried to
lamp.
teach like a
Magic 8 ball.
Yeah.
Magic
It's
8
like-
ball.
Am I going to get fucked up tonight?
Something's gonna
Yes.
come out and ain't gonna be a genie.
But man, let me give you the quick rundown of what happened. The first people to come into town was Kent.
Yeah.
And I went to go pick up Kent, and Kent was cool. We got back here. It's a lot of crazy shit happened. Kent, can I tell him a few things that happened? real
Yeah,
quick?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it started on Friday morning. Party ain't even started yet.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, I was working on a review, and I fell asleep. I just fell asleep. The review was supposed to be up like hours ago. So I'm glad this happened. But what happened with him? I'm in bed.
terrible.
Yeah, I'm in bed. And I hear this. Corey! I'm like, shit. And I'm like, what's going on? No, really, man.
It's the police.
No, shit. I thought he was getting attacked or something outside. I said, what's going on? No, serious, man, get the door. And I open the door, and Kent is looking at me with the intensest face I've ever seen. He's like, I fucking died here, man. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And he's like, seriously, man, my throat is falling apart. It's falling out. It's touching my tongue.
He was using the exact word uvula.
Yeah, at that point, he didn't know.
No, I didn't know what it was. I was saying the ball in the back of my throat, which sounds terrible.
See, I thought when you told me that story, I was like, what is it? What it was Jig Chompa messing with him again or something?
Yeah, I was like,
Tell him to stop. Leave me alone.
yeah, no, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, Dan, did you leave him another night and go suck a dick or something?
I
But,
heard that teabag.
yeah. But so I go and he said, you got to take me to the hospital. So I look in the toilet, there is blood, and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, okay, we go over to the hospital. I drop him off at the emergency room. He comes back and says, yeah, I got a broken uvula or something. That's
What happened was, I don't know how many of you realize this. I'm a fatty. So
Your words, not mine.
Yeah, I realized it.
I seen it a mile down the street.
So I sleep on my back, and because of my fattiness, I snore. And now I got dehydrated. It's dry out here. I'm from California, where it's not as dry, and my uvula got just dry and infected, and it swells up. Now your uvula is the thing in the back of your throat, the little bulb that hangs there, and yeah.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not chick
now we-
balls?
now we got to the root of the problem. What happened here?
So what happened is it swells up, and then
I bet it does.
It does. This is gonna sound terrible.
Especially
it
when you
swells
rub
up,
on it.
and then it drops. So every time you breathe outwards, it comes up like a loogie, and it hangs in the middle of your mouth on your tongue. So you can feel it inside your mouth. It's the weirdest thing because you want to.
That's a pleasant thought.
Yeah, yeah. It's fucked up.
You know
Get
what?
used to that. Get
Ken,
used
I mean, Ken, it's just no way for you to talk about a throat problem without sound like it's like you had oral sex. I mean,
I know,
understand
I know.
that.
Especially when you're saying
I
it's in
got
your
balls
mouth.
in my mouth, Corey. I
got balls in my mouth.
And it was swelling up and all
It
that. I
was
mean,
swelling up and it dropped and it's all over my tongue.
the ball in the back of your throat. I mean, we understand. We childish,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know.
So I had to go to the emergency room, and they I hadn't eaten or anything. They loaded me up with drugs. Got some steroids.
One of the benefits of the yes.
Yeah, he faked the whole thing to get some Vicodin.
I did. I got some Vicodin, man. That made
Yeah.
my week go real well.
Yeah.
But, I
And
mean,
thanks a
it's-
lot, buddy. Thanks a lot for that, Mike.
Absolutely, anytime.
But no, we got him fixed up. Everything was good to go. I was afraid he was going to be laid up on the couch and everything, not being able to go.
Corey,
but-
Corey called me and told me, and I was like, "Oh wow, Kent's dead in Corey's apartment. Wow, There's gonna be a party on Spill."
I know. Spill fans rejoice.
Like Corey, the
Well, hey, I was glad. I was glad to hear you're all right, Kent.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
shit.
No, you know what? It goes
I did
away.
not know that. Y'all did not tell me that.
Yeah,
That's
it goes
crazy.
away. in
Oh,
a
we
day,
didn't
a
tell you
little bit
that?
of-
Nobody told me anything.
Really? I didn't tell you about
They
that.
don't- no one
No,
tells me
little bit
anything.
of penicillin.
No.
Well, hey,
No.
look,
and
he's
some
here
booze.
now.
Yeah.
He's here now. He's talking on the show. He's
Yeah,
having
the
a
thing
good
that's going
time.
to the back of your head is, and I'm sorry, Ken, because I love you to death, man. I don't mean it this way, but I'm thinking I had to fucking dispose of this body some kind of way because I got too much shit to do to be worried about somebody
Corey,
getting
there's no more
dead.
room in the backyard.
I was
dude.
just thinking, like, can he lay on the couch for like 24 hours until I'm done with the party? I mean, I don't really have time to call the police or anything. I'm gonna put your ass on ice somewhere.
Figure we chop you up. And
But it
throw
really
you-
is
flush you
thinking
down the toilet.
Yeah, no, seriously, all
Put a
joking
candy in the
aside.
fridge, it's empty. And
Oh no, I would have got bags of ice and piled them on top of it. Just
That'd
changed
be right
it.
up Deadpool's
Yeah,
alley.
we throw
Yeah,
the body in the
Deadpool's
fridge. and we're
ass.
just
Deadpool
like,
would
hey,
love
he
that
went-
shit.
He went nuts. He went mad. He was hungry.
But
He
I seriously am
somehow
thinking.
got stuck.
You know, I'm really seriously thinking like, is this guy gonna die? When he was at the emergency room, I was thinking, is he gonna really die? And then he called me and said, I'm fine. And everything. I was like, okay, because I'm
Well, when
selfish.
I called you, man, I got laid back real quick because I was high as a motherfucker after that. The
Really?
drugs they gave me were magical.
drugs.
It was magical, the drugs they gave me.
Yeah, you real
Transported
cool,
to the
man.
world
Yeah.
of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Pretty much, man.
land
I
of
was
Cruz.
in and out, man. I was seeing shit. I was literally the room started to move with some of the drugs they gave me. I was passing out.
Yeah,
waking
So you
up.
had a pre-spill party, huh?
I had
Yeah,
a
exactly.
still party.
I walked in through the door. He's like Martin Sheen at the beginning of Apocalypse Now.
It's like breaking mirrors.
Lord, ask Alice, and she's 10 feet tall. Damn, can't put some clothes on. But then, so after that episode, Renegade calls. I'm saying, all right, kid, we gotta go pick up Renegade. Yeah, so we went to the airport to go pick him up, and. Okay,
Oh,
and I tell Kent, now the way Renegade described himself, he's like, I said, how do you look, man? What am I looking for? He's like, think of Man in Black. And I leaned over to Kent, I was like, he says, think of Man in Black. And Kent
I
was
saw
like,
him immediately.
Kent was like,
Right there.
Right there. And I looked over, and it was a big motherfucker with long hair grinning in a 3-piece suit and a gold chain. I was like, God damn, we got a mafioso up in here for real.
Not a gold chain. This dude was rivaling Mr. T in his prime with the
There's
gold
only
chain.
two of them.
Yeah,
I had to ball a chain. That's how.
I thought Spill hired a limousine driver for us. I was like, you got a limousine driver? Wow.
What'd you say,
Where
Shiny?
you going, guys? What about me?
One
I,
guy
said,
at
I had
the
to
party.
borrow some chains from him because I was looking a bit. I wasn't shining enough.
I know.
That's the problem.
You did say that. You like, he loaned me a chain. I was like,
I
shit,
love
a
this
chain?
Yes, it was
Shit.
a chain, and it weighed me down. So
One guy made the reference. He looked like the King of Cars, that show that used to.
Oh, yeah.
And he looked like King of Cars.
I told that motherfucker, I said, if a truck breaks down tonight, we got a chain to pull that shit with around your neck. But no, he was looking dapper. And so we went to the bar, and and I can tell already, because he's like, you know what, Corey, I'm going to get you fucked up. And he has this, he's got a goatee, and he has the way his eyebrows go down, he laughs, and his eyes get real squinty. He's like,
He looks like the fucking devil.
yeah, he does.
No,
He does.
if-
That's it. That's it. Thank you, co-host. I was
Yeah.
thinking all
Actually,
day, like,
the-
who does he look like?
yeah, he looked like Satan.
If you Google right now, Google Aphex Twin, and you will find exactly
Oh,
what this dude
you know
looks
what?
like.
He does.
He looks like the Aphex Twin guy. Google Aphex Twin window licker. He looks like the dude in that music
Well, you
video.
know what? I thought Renegade. I think you kind of. No offense. I thought you kind of looked like the. Have you ever seen Italian Spider-Man?
He does. He looks like Italian Spider-Man.
You're much better looking, but
oh,
you
man.
look like him, but you're never mind.
No,
you look like
no,
him.
no,
I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, look up Italian Spider-Man. I haven't seen him in a while, but I can see what you're saying.
Italian Spider-Man or Aphex Twin window licker.
There you go.
But
But
we
it was
get-
because of your laugh. It's because of that damn laugh, Renegade. It's your own fault.
Okay, I can live with that one.
Well, let me tell you what happened. We get to the bar, and this fucker just got off the plane. We get to the bar,
man, yeah.
and he's already got some girl up on his ass. I like your hair. And and of course, he's sitting up there looking at me while she's playing with it. I'll fuck you up. I'm like, God, you got a girl with you, man. You ain't need to fuck me up no more. Leave me alone. Quit looking at me like that.
Yeah, she braided it and everything.
Oh, she totally did.
Yeah.
She totally
Yeah.
did.
That's
No.
pimping.
I got her
That
phone
is
number
pimping.
too.
Yeah, he got
did?
a-
Yeah, no,
man.
he was pulling down numbers like it was nothing instantly.
Yeah, and laughing at me while he's doing it. You don't have shit.
Well, that's because she was talking to you first and then came over to me.
Well, that's-
I just didn't.
I noticed that too. I was in the middle of
It's
these
cock
two,
blocking.
and
People, if you don't know what cock blocking is, it's when, say for instance, I have a girl, and we'll say Kent, he comes out of left field and starts pushing up on my girl, and my girl goes with him. That's cock blocking.
Yeah, and
Kent
first,
did that?
Well, first of all,
Really? He
Kent-
tried
I wouldn't
to.
do that to a homie, but I've been known to snatch hoes out of people's arms.
Okay, first
like-
of all, he didn't hear what I said to her before. Which, bitch, get the fuck away from me.
I'm trying to pay my tab and get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to talk. No, I mean, she just came up and said hi. She didn't really say anything to me, so it wasn't like I was trying to get a hold of her. I mean, I would have if you gave it to me, but I mean, she just said hi, and I think she was saying like, no, she's gonna say hi. Who's your friend over here? But you managed to snatch that hoe up before I could do anything. It was like fucking Reed Richards with the like Mr. Fantastic. His arm just went on and grabbed her head and just pulled her over. I was like, damn, I was gonna send her your way, man.
Are you sure? Are you sure
Well,
that
I would
wasn't?
have pulled her down somewhere, you know. But
Are you sure that wasn't the waitress, dude? I mean, come on.
No, she was wearing a
sure it
Cubs
wasn't?
jersey, man. There's
But so I just knew already by then it was gonna be crazy. So I mean, when these two dudes got in town, we had major shit happening already,
yeah,
Yeah, how many
shots of
shots?
tequila?
and that's
that
what.
Patron Silver was flowing that first night. I mean,
Oh man, it was
You're
yeah,
giving that
it was,
shit away.
Yeah, no, it was. Oh, he got poor Kent so fucked up, man.
Here's the thing. I'm a microbrewery guy. Back where in Northern California, I'm high into the microbrewery. I haven't had hard alcohol since May of 2007. So Friday night's the first time I got drunk in a long time. I managed to kick my own leg out from under me trying to crawl onto Corey's couch when he's
Well, remember
dropping
that
me
one
off.
dude that you helped over the fence?
Oh, I helped a dude over a fence and fucked my hands up.
Dude stepped on his hand and pinched it right
Oh,
there.
yeah,
You still
back
got
at the
the
bar,
red mark
yeah.
on his
No, it's
hand right
brutal.
there.
That's what that's for.
Yeah. Dude, I grab his hand, helping him over a fence, and the wall of the building's made of brick. He pushes my hand and just grinds it into the brick.
Wait, I have a question. What was he doing hopping over
He
a
didn't
fence?
have ID, so he pissed behind a fence at this bar and then hopped the fence.
And gave us his hand like he was drowning us. I'm like, help me! He's falling on the fence. Help me!
It's like, dude, you just pissed and you haven't washed your hand yet. I'm not helping you over the fence.
Yeah.
I'd have sat there and laughed at his ass. That's
Why is
what I
your
would've
hand wet? It's not raining out here.
That's why he slipped because it had urine and shit. It got moist. No. So it was funny when we let him out the car to let him back up to the house.
I was
he just
stoned.
that motherfucker just shambled into the darkness.
and disappeared.
But yeah, the next day I didn't know how it was gonna come together. The next day, just spent the whole day getting all this stuff for the party, and it came together very well. I hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah.
It was great.
Hey, and thanks to all the fans that actually came out, the ones who flew, the ones who had their mothers drive them all the way
man.
down to Austin for crying
Yeah.
out loud. That's some dedication.
Look,
and,
the situation with the under 21 crowd was actually very controlled and very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
I mean, the first person that was there, what you call him, Shining? Anime pants? What you?
Oh, anime pants? Yeah, yeah.
Xavier,
Well,
boy,
Xavier the serpent.
It was funny because Xavier had chains on too, but on his pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked
But-
like he was straight up out of a cartoon. But
Yeah,
he's a cool dude,
No,
though.
both the
He
guys
looks
are
like
really
his hair's
awesome.
about to turn gold and he's about to yell Kamehameha up in somebody's face.
Kamehameha.
But did you notice how everybody was kind of protective of him? Because let me tell you something about this dude. The moment, like when I dropped off, Kent, there was his kid standing there. and he looked nervous. Like when
Yeah.
we walked up to the door, he was looking like, "Is this them or is it not?" I don't know what to say.
You know what to do.
Yeah. And I said, "How's it going, man?" I said, "Are you spell?" Like, yeah, you-
He ain't exaggerating. That's exactly
Yeah.
how it was.
You're like, I'm Xavier. But like I said, hey, man, this is really cool. I mean, you don't have to be worried about anything. Mellow out a little bit. And he's like, no, I mean, this is my first party. I'm like, well, this is our first spill party, man. So this is first for everybody. Like, no, this is my first time having a party with people. I was like,
Damn.
I was like,
Poor
A little
guy.
isolated, are we?
yeah, no, I was like, God
Well,
damn.
hey, we popped his cherry.
We
Hey,
popped
there you
it
go.
big time.
yeah, with bleeding and everything, boy. I mean,
Yes.
but he's just like, yeah, I've never been around so many people drinking at once.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, damn.
Hey,
But
I'm used to just my father. But
and then he hits me afterwards. Nobody's
all
hitting
these
me.
people gonna hit me.
Yeah, exactly. He was flinching, except but everybody was kind of protective of him because he was shy, but he loosened up. He was,
Oh yeah, no.
Well, I slipped him a few drinks only because I thought he was like 20.
no, you didn't do that because I tried
No,
to.
you didn't.
I tried to mess with him a little bit. I was
No.
like, I put it up in his face. I was like, hey man, take a sip. He's like, "Nyeh."
Yeah. Devil water. Keep it away.
But that fool, man, he was really cool. And then I wish we could now.
I know. I wanted to write down everyone's name just
Yeah.
so I could remember.
Yeah, Shining brought up
Shining,
phone.
yeah.
Now let's see. Here's some other people that showed up that were really cool. High Guy showed up,
Guy.
and
Cool.
High Guy,
Right
Yeah.
there.
and that dude is very cool.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, well, I'll read an email of his later because we got some email. There was Manny S that showed
S.
up.
Another awesome dude.
Low clef.
Low Clef, yeah. Now, anybody remember? And I don't want this dude to get mad because there was one guy who brought his mother and his mother's friend, or maybe his Anderson, or his cousin. They brought him.
Batman 3000 or
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah,
Batman.
that was him.
I just got it.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that real nice guy, man, big as fuck. I
Man,
mean,
he bigger than me, dude.
yeah, you big.
I
But
was
he,
looking at that guy like, oh man, I wouldn't want to get this guy pissed off.
oh, and he even said that. He's like, I said, man, you whoop it ass. He's like,
What's comedy is I'm sitting there talking. I forgot who I was talking to, but I'm in a conversation with somebody. I just feel this eclipse come over me, and then next thing you know, I turn around. I'm like,
it was
big black dude just out of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell?
Is Heroes on? What
yeah, that fool came out, and I mean,
he was
but
quiet.
I don't know how you could have missed him because he just popped up. The biggest dude in the bar just popped up out of nowhere. But because I'd said that, hey man, I was like, damn, you big
like
as shit. I hate to piss you off, and he's
Michael
like,
Clark Duncan.
yeah,
Jr.
Michael
out of
Clark, that
nowhere.
kind of thing.
That
But
was
he
his
didn't-
son. That was his son. I'm Chip Colfair.
But he didn't. Yeah, I likes a little bit of weed cheese from my mouth. But
I didn't want to turn out the lights on him.
yeah, exactly. Like from the Green Mile. Yeah, yeah. I just like a wee pickle with my sandwich. But, but that fool, I told him. I said, man, you look like you could whoop somebody's ass, and he's like, I wouldn't do that unless I was provoked. And I was like,
You know, he remind me of Tiny Lister from Friday.
Yeah.
Tiny Lister
Debo.
from Friday.
yeah, he's snatching people's plates and shit. My sandwich, punk. Shut up. But no, he was real cool.
He was a cool guy.
Yeah,
He was really shy. Yeah, I know. He came up to me, and I was like, "Oh my god, what did I do?"
and do you remember
Hey,
the
he's
older
close.
couple that was there? Like,
Yeah.
Rhea and Jim, I believe it is.
oh, those two were real
They
cool.
are
man.
wild.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Yeah,
cool
down to
though.
earth people
They are
all
cool.
the
They
way
know how to
around.
party. I know
Yeah,
that.
they
They were
They-
grinding on the dance floor. They was in rhythm with the
Thought it was
music. and
orgy
everything.
time.
I know. Did you see that? She was dancing and she was talking
yeah.
crazy.
He
She was
was
like,
grinding the
Jim,
shit
I
out
was
of
talking
him.
to Jim. I hope I'm getting his name right. I think it's Jim, but he was talking about he loves to go to dance clubs, loves house music and all this. And I guess they're nomadic. Like they travel everywhere.
yeah, they
really?
like
Yeah.
like hippies, man. Almost is what they made me think of. But they were real cool people,
Yeah. Oh,
man.
yeah, they were.
Easy to
And
talk
see,
to.
and just to jump to how the night ended. First of all, party went great. I mean, people,
It was crazy,
You need
yeah.
you need to come. We're gonna do another one in the summer. You need to be there. I mean, you hear people telling you about the party
Everybody,
now.
yeah.
The party was jumping off. It was good. Now afterwards, when Leon and Coho said, and when everything's over with, we'll take you to the strip club. Guess what? They took everybody to the strip club.
It
they
happened.
did.
It happened.
And I somehow got lost, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, but
about what happened
but
to me.
everybody went to the strip club. At least all the guys, and then Rhea and Bill, Jim.
Rhea and Jim are in the strip club, really enjoying what's going on.
Having fun.
Nah.
They
Yeah,
were
Leon's
cuddling
right.
up, enjoying all the
Well, Leon's
titties.
getting his nasty freak on right sitting next to him.
Right
with
next
his
to
girl
him and-
climbing all the top
Oh,
of him.
Leon
Leon
had the
got
biggest
it like,
smile on his face when he walked
Oh,
in.
boy, you know. Now, China, let me ask you something, because I asked you to, did you notice how, well, I'm asking everybody, did you notice how Leon changes when he goes into a strip club?
Dr. Jekyll and
Oh
Mr.
my
Hyde.
God, it
Yeah.
was instantaneous transformation.
It's
Yes.
a perv switch. It's an
Was he
instant-
howling? Was he howling in there? Oh,
No, he-
Like the
he
American
might as well
Werewolf
have
in
been.
London.
He gets on a hunt because girls go around. I don't know how many. A lot of listeners haven't been to strip clubs. I'm just assuming. What? A lot of girls walk around. They come up to you and go, "Would you like a dance? Would you like a dance?" They touch you gently and go, "Would you like?" You know. Leon isn't waiting for anyone to come to him. He goes up to satellites 1, 2, and 3 and just stares
Yes.
with ones in each hand and starts
Ready.
going, yes,
Yes. He-
waiting.
why do I
Just
feel?
waiting.
Why do I feel like we're breaking the golden rule as far as what happens at the strip club stays at the strip club?
Because it doesn't happen to everybody. We're talking about what happens to Leon. we ain't saying
Leon
like,
we're talking about.
We ain't
That's
talking
right.
about what happened in the champagne room or anything like
No,
that.
no,
you know?
no.
But Leon turns into look up Alice in Wonderland and the Cheshire Cat. The
Yeah,
Cheshire Cat is
his
known for having a
smile.
big ass smile. That
All the way
motherfucker
to
does that.
ear to ear.
It was
he-
hilarious because Leon came up to me like he had purpose, a meaning. Like I thought something bad had happened at the party. He's like, co-host. I was like, what? Time to go to strip club. Come on, let's go.
And
Oh no, he was on a mission. He was gathering us all up. When he found out we would have
Oh, yeah.
had intentions of going, he was like, okay.
You know what
yeah.
surprised
He
me?
couldn't wait.
Like I had a feeling Leon was going to be that kind of dude. A little bit. What surprised me was Cyrus. Cyrus is like a calm dude.
He is so
He's-
calm and relaxed. And
That
Yeah.
dude, when he's getting a lap dance,
He pulled down his pants. Is that what happened? He pulled down his pants.
He is
Let's do
in-
this.
he is in heavenly
yeah,
bliss.
it's like his eyes can't zoom in enough on what's right in front of his face.
Well, I mean, with that being said, at this moment in time, it's like I'm hoping that his girlfriend doesn't quite hear this.
Oh, that imaginary girlfriend he had. I don't know. I've heard say.
She's
I,
not real. She's made out of toenail
I heard some.
clippings.
Yeah,
and Harry found on the floor.
I heard some girl wanted to kill herself because she heard say that Cyrus had a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, that one girl, she posted it right on Spill directly. It's not a YouTube thing or anything.
Yeah. Oh shit, man. I hope that girl's still alive. But no. Leon, man. I mean, when he's like a crackhead. When you say like strip club, he just say where, you know? Because and the thing is, I said because he came up, he's like, I hear strip club. We're going to strip club. We're going to strip club. Yeah. I was like, yeah, we're gonna go to the strip club. We'll get everybody together. That's for this little after party. And I said, this is what we need to do. Now listen to me. Just get everybody together who wants to go and wait for me out on the sidewalk. And we're going to make a plan. I get a call 10 minutes later. We're at the strip club. We're at the strip club right now. And I was like, God, did he teleport over there?
Well, see, what happened was he
just dragged
gathered.
us
Yeah,
out.
he gathered everybody together. He was like, "I'm tired of waiting. Let's go." So he gathered everybody together,
Like we were waiting at
and
all.
it was like it was comedy because we were like he was in the front. And then we were like his gang behind him, so we all marching down the street and stuff. Everybody moving out our way. He
was
has a
setting
look
the
of
pace of
determination on his face.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so, but see, I'm supposed to be going, with somebody else, and I'm following him too. That's how powerful.
Oh
his
yeah,
grip
no,
was.
it got crazy. What happened with my crew is Manny S, who's a really cool dude.
Oh, yeah.
It was Manny S, someone else, Low Clef, myself, and Cyrus
Yeah.
in his car. Now, he drives a really small car. I'm 6'1", 6'2". Cyrus is what? Like, he's over 6 foot very easily. And Low Clef is about 6 foot. And
Thank God I was in
we're
the
all
front seat.
easily in the high 200s. I'm 300, and we're crammed in the back of this car.
Was your ass hanging off the bumper? Is
It
that what-
might as well have been.
dragging on the street.
And Cyrus the whole time is, you're going to want to take this turn, you're going to want to take this turn, then you're going to stay in this lane, then go to this lane, and we're going to get there. We were the first people there. He could not wait to see boobs.
Yeah, it's like fucking like the pants were like a direction rod.
It was a defining
Like a
rod.
tuning-
Yeah, lightning rod. Yeah, I mean, just.
I'm wondering with the door guys what they were thinking when they saw all you guys coming up. They're like,
It
"Hey,
was-
actually, there
Star
was
Wars
no door
convention
guy.
is that a way?"
I guess there was like a $10 cover charge. I didn't know. I just walked straight into the place. I didn't pay shit.
No, that's what I forgot to mention about this fool. The moment he got here, that 3-piece suit stayed on until today.
They thought he worked there. That's why he got it for free. They thought he worked there. Yeah.
He is so spiffy when he goes to parties.
They thought he was a money guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think he I think he fell asleep in that suit, didn't you?
Well, I mean, no, I didn't. But I mean, here's the thing about it: they probably did thought I worked there because I had no girls even approach me. If they had known I was a customer, they probably would have been all over me with my gold chains and shit. You know?
Did you have guys come up to you and ask you for ones? Is that
He's like, don't touch the girl. Do not touch the girl.
Yeah, not at this club. Yeah, no one's saying don't touch the girl at this club.
Yeah, you know
Oh
what?
God, the things they were getting away with at that club.
Oh my
Holy
God!
shit.
I almost want to give them a plug. They were so nice. This place was awesome.
Oh, Palazzo, man, you can mention.
Palazzo.
there you go. Say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
These girls were fine. I did not expect Texas strippers
To even
And
look
there's-
decent. To
and
even look
there's
decent.
no
I'm
decent,
sorry.
There's
I'm
no
sorry.
distant rule there either.
What'd you say? They were just decent.
I said I thought, I didn't even think they would be decent.
Oh, you ready?
They were very
You
good.
thought they
You
were
were
missing teeth.
expecting
Yeah.
5s and 6s.
Yeah.
We ended up
Yeah.
seeing a lot of 9s and 10s.
Yeah,
Well, even outside the strip club the day before, when we're going to the party, Shining looks over, sees this girl, and like, damn, that white girl got ass on her. Y'all do it like that here in Austin?
I was like,
yeah.
UT.
Y'all keep talking. I gotta cool the computer down.
Oh.
You know how to make. All right.
all right.
Yeah.
But nah, man.
But anyway, anything happen to you guys while you're in the strip club? Like did you get any,
Well, I gotta give I gotta say, the worst profession on the whole planet, strip club DJ.
Man, that dude he does not know how to DJ, does he?
The strip club stays open till 3 a.m. They stop serving drinks at 2. It's almost like when they stop serving drinks, this guy wants people to stop having a good time.
Yeah,
He
Well,
plays
why don't you get the hell
music
out?
dedicated to turn you off. It's like, hey everybody, it's almost 3. Get your last dances in. Here's some David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
And it's like,
He had achy breaky heart and shit.
He didn't play that one song. Why you coming home at 5 in the morning? Let me smell your dick.
Hey,
I'm sure Leon got that.
Nah, man. Look, it was as you can see, it was a good time overall for everybody. It was a good time for the kids who showed up. It was a good time for the adults who were there, and for people who stayed. And good time for the men and women. So you know what made me laugh though was the Batman 2003, whatever. I saw his parents his mother and her friend. I saw them there all night. I didn't know that was.
I didn't know. Yeah, they were posted there. They talked to me
I didn't know
when
his
they were
parents
leaving.
were there.
Yeah.
Okay, but she finally came up and she's like, I'm his mother. And I was like, oh, it's great to meet you. And she's like, now, what is this whole thing about? I was like, it's 12:30. You about to go. You just not going to ask me?
Yeah, I know.
If I was going
Aren't you supposed to ask before time?
yeah.
I would have said it's about raping children.
Well, I would have
Yeah,
said
see that guy
but-
looks like
to the
Michael
party.
Jackson over there?
We're Nambla.
Oh, yeah, we're the North American Man Boy Association. We didn't tell you.
Thank you for coming.
Well, the reason why I don't rape your boys because he's too fucking big. Shit, he end up raping me if I
Your
try
boy will
to.
be coming literally.
Oh, shut up.
I'm sorry, I had to go there.
Yeah, really, people. It was a good thing for everybody all around. I mean, we were responsible. We took care of the youngsters. Took care
I
of
don't know about
everybody.
responsible. But
You man, I love. Let me to close this out. Let me just say this. I am loving what happened to you today.
He's so calm, isn't he?
But because the whole time, I tell you, that was the point where I was running from him at the party. He was like the Terminator coming after me. He's like, doom, 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 doom. I was throwing chairs.
Corey, it's time for another
Oh yeah,
shot.
I saw that. I was like, there's that dude. I was like, there's that dude Renegade, and that guy is one wild mofo. And then I noticed you were like, I thought you were pissed off.
I didn't know what happened.
I thought you were gonna go beat up somebody, Corey.
I was
So I
gonna
saw
run
you
with
walking
him.
around, and then right behind you, I see Renegade walking like Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
He just
Wasn't even running. He wasn't even running.
I'm saying he's like the Terminator. You know, he just walked.
No,
I was like,
he was pulling a Michael Myers on you.
Yeah,
That's exactly what
exactly what he was doing.
and I was like, because he was.
He shot through my scheme.
He was grabbing me all night, like, come on, let's go. And even when the DJ came, I was like, man, I gotta get the DJ said, no, let's go now. Old friend came ahead and seemed like, let's go drink. I was like, man, let's go. And I was just getting fucked up more and more. And I was like, okay, at this point,
I
I'm
already
not
warned
drinking.
you though well ahead of time though.
Yeah, but see what happened? It reversed on your ass. Shit got flipped on you. Now today, I pick up these guys and we go get something to eat. And I call him up and it's like, oh, hey, tired. I was like, what'd you say? I'm tired, man. Just give me 20 minutes to get ready.
Take that penis out of your mouth. What?
we went to a Mexican food joint and
Serious Mexican food joint.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
Yes.
speak a lick of English.
yeah, Las Cosuelas, man, my
a good
favorite
shit.
restaurant.
They came in.
Great.
A band came in.
Yeah, they're like the mariachi band.
Wait, a death
They
metal
came
band?
in
What-
3 songs out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're all sitting. Now the night before, we're all sitting around drinking and everything. The whole time, he's like, you know, he sat there and didn't say a fucking word to dinner. He just, he looked like
So quiet for some reason.
How
Yeah.
big was that burrito you got? Easily the size of my forearm.
And ate it.
It was gone
It was
halfway. I'm eating.
We still
we're
eating fajitas.
light.
We're
We're
eating
eating
fajitas.
fajitas.
Yeah, we eating
light
fajitas.
fajitas.
and
This dude was done halfway time. We're done. Like when we're halfway done with ours, he's like, "I'm ready to go."
He already
Yeah.
left. He left and went across the street
Yeah,
and did
destroyed
whatever he
this-
was doing.
Yeah,
Some
he-
Pepto.
Yeah, I got some Pepto Bismol.
I think he was going to take a shit behind one of the buildings or something because he was gone for a little while. Like, where the fuck did he go? But he got Pepto before we got there. He was dying, man.
The
Well,
way
hey.
I put it is, it's like, you know, a cat, you know, licking a piece of sandpaper. That's how rough I was feeling.
Yeah, when we were talking to him, he just sat there and just had his head down like his puppy just died or something. I was like, yeah, that's what this motherfucker gets, man. I'm glad. I was so happy.
Payback is a
Karma.
bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And when we walked out, because when you were upstairs getting ready, we said, man, if this fucker has on his 3-piece
I
suit
knew.
again,
I was like, I'm clowning him if he.
I
got
can't
it.
picture
yeah.
him without it.
And
Now,
we-
I just
and-
cannot picture him without
I know,
it.
but right now he's wearing a
just
spill
expected
shirt.
him to have it when we picked him up. We just expect him to be wearing
Yeah,
it.
and when we walked up from afar, he has on a black spill shirt right now, but from behind, he was like behind the car. I saw his shoulders, and it looked like he had the
Yeah,
suit
I was
on.
like, oh, God. I like this fool got the suit on again.
I almost didn't recognize you. When he came down.
Hey, co-host, did you have a good time though?
Oh, I had a one hell of a fucking good time. I have to admit, I got pretty trashed, and unfortunately, I missed out on all the strip club action because I ended up walking one of the girls I was talking to. I ended up walking her.
Now, how you gonna walk?
I was floating her ass to the car, and I was like, "All right, you're safe. None of the spill fans are being raped out tonight, and everyone's going home safe." And I'm like, where am I? And I just start looking around, and I start getting dizzy. And
Batteries are running low.
where the hell is that? Where the hell is that bar at? And I'm just walking around, and then all of a sudden, Hi gives me a call. He's like, "Where you at, dude?" I'm like, "I'm coming back to the bar." And then I think I just blacked out, and I woke up at 5 a.m, like on the street.
Yeah,
on the sidewalk.
I was on the sidewalk.
I had,
oh,
I had to
no.
give $2 to a homeless person to get him back. So
I was so scared. I was like, "What happened?" I made sure that there was no fluids on me. So, I'm hoping Renegade didn't take advantage of me, but yeah, I passed
Not
out.
that you're
and
aware
I-
of anyway.
And I missed out everything. I'm like, "Where are my friends? Where's the cast? Where are all the spill members?" And I'm like in the street at 5 a.m.
yeah, just lying there.
What the fudge?
Now, here's the deal. What we're going to do now. We're planning another party for the summer. Oh, because what we had here, we had the adults and we had the kids who were either just got out of high school or were still in high school.
Now we want the grandparents.
But yeah, the grandparents and we had the parents who came out.
The
Now,
elderly.
what we missed were a lot of the college students who said,
Yeah, yeah.
we can't come because you just got it. You made this party in the middle of classes, tests and everything. So I want input from the college students. And Shining, you had an idea. Now, what was your idea for doing a party?
My idea is we should have a barbecue in a park. So we should have like a big get together, bring some cakes, bring a DJ.
I'll bring the watermelon.
Bring the watermelon and the chicken. You know us black folk like chicken now. We
And I'll
love
bring
chicken.
the chitlins and greens.
Chitlins and greens, yes.
That's my kind of party.
Yes.
Big Red. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, we gotta have all that. It's not a party without it. So
That
yeah.
and
And a
grape drink.
Yeah, oh, man, shut up, man.
We
So
should
what's
just
your-
have a barbecue.
Just have
There
a
you go.
and so you're saying like bring a DJ out there and kind of have a barbecue and
Yeah.
whatnot, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we'll bring a lot of food and whatnot. Now, I want to get some input if people like that idea. I think it's kind of cool, something different.
I thought it was a very cool idea.
You know, it'd be
Okay.
really cool if we can somehow set up a projector, like just show some bullshit.
that'd be something.
It'd
in
be
the
nice to
background.
show some some cool things
Yeah,
in the
some
background.
cool things. Yeah, in the background.
Well, all
Just-
you have to do is just put that CD into the back of you there and project
Yeah,
it through your
project-
eyes.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless he gets fucked up and his picture gets all distorted and everything.
hey, if you guys like tits and ass, yeah,
We'll stay out of that file, okay?
But yeah, Edie was at the party. She showed up. Everybody wants to know if Edie's still alive. She was there.
She's doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she
yeah,
is.
everything.
Yeah.
So
Great
we.
seeing
Yeah.
her.
So, Surfer, just a
sweetheart.
note to you. Yes, I finally got to meet her in person, so
and
you're
I-
jealous now.
Yeah. Smell
I
his
saw
hand.
Renegade over there trying to hit on her, like getting her drunk. Like
Renegade was
Oh,
in the
yes.
background.
I was feeding her Washington apples.
Yeah, no, because she ended up like crying at me at the middle of the night. What happened to me?
Oh, but her boyfriend, though. What did you say?
Oh,
about-
that's it. I met a Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
I finally met a Ghostbuster. Do you know how happy I met Egon Spangler? I really
Harold
thought
Ramis was at
I was
the
waiting
party.
for him to talk about spores, molds, and fungus. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, her boyfriend looks just like Harold Ramis. Now,
Yeah.
see, a lot of people thought that something was going on with me and Edie. Edie got a man. Edie's good. Edie's moved. That's why she hasn't been on the site too much. She's moved in with this guy. So Edie's apparently has found a life and has moved on. And we're still stuck here.
Like
but
Buckfield.
yeah, but yeah, he looked like Harold Ramis, man.
Yeah,
that dude.
it was hilarious.
I was saying he looked like Richard Gere, but when you said Harold, because of gray hair, I know.
Gere.
I know.
Nah,
Okay.
Harold
I don't know about all that.
Okay, I was being nice. but
Corey
yeah.
was drunk.
He was drunk.
Corey had the beer goggles on.
But yeah, so everybody's doing fine, man. So we're thinking about having a party maybe in May. That sounds kind of like a good.
Usually after June would be.
Yeah,
Probably July or something.
You thinking? Okay, how about?
Yeah, July 4th. Everyone's gonna have to have it off.
Well, no, because ain't nobody gonna be doing things. They'll be doing something with their family.
stuff
Yeah,
as
people-
well.
yeah.
you
If you
know.
wanted,
How about
Not me, but yeah. go
How
ahead.
about August?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, we'll plan
Early
on doing
August?
another.
For my birthday.
There you go. Shut up.
You know, ain't nobody coming in.
nobody gonna show up, dude.
So that's almost.
It's gonna be it's gonna be us and the frogs, wildlife.
So that's almost a year from now. That's so we have plenty of time to plan. It'll be in August when kids are out of school and that transitional period. So give me some advice before then, and we'll work it out. So that's our plan.
Awesome.
Yeah, as we know, plans don't always go as planned, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, once again, it was a kick-ass party.
Yeah.
A lot of kick-ass fans, and I had a kick-ass time, and I cannot wait till we do it again.
And look, people, let me tell you
We got
something.
our asses kicked.
You don't.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody did, man.
And this time
Yeah,
I'll be
Corey
going to the strip
definitely
club
did.
with you guys, and we'll have a real party.
there you go.
Oh, I gotta say, one of the funniest things though, Grant, who always gets mentioned on Leog, was there, and they were serving this Oktoberfest beer.
Oh, Grant.
Oh yeah,
Grant's a little
He is
dude.
small.
He's a tiny
the
dude.
glass is bigger than him. He's holding it with 2 hands.
$15. He was holding it up to his
Well,
head.
it was an Irish
literally
pub.
the
You know, he
same
could have
size.
been one of the leprechauns.
It was like he was holding it. Okay, picture
was-
this. He was holding it like a sippy cup. That's
Yeah,
how he was
exactly.
holding
Like
it.
a little kid.
Do you remember Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, when Merry pulls up with a glass and Pippin asks him, "What's that?" He goes, "It's a pint." And he goes, "They serve it in pints." It was the same
Oh
thing.
man, you just
This
called
giant-
Grant a hobbit, man.
It was that big. It's
Sorry,
a
Grant.
liter of beer for $15. A liter of beer is a lot of beer. This dude had 3, and he is
Downed
a
him.
tiny gentleman.
Yeah,
You made another friend, Kent. There
but
you
he's
go,
but he was a good guy though.
He's gonna love you.
And look, let me tell you something. Me, I already talk to Ken sometimes. He's a good guy, but then Leon and Cyrus got to talk to him, and when they were like, Ken's kind of a troublemaker. I don't know about him. They were like loving this guy by the end of the night. So it's,
I appreciate how
I
friendly
do
everybody
have to
was.
say it was a definite different experience meeting you in person rather than online. I mean, you got to give the guy credit for what he has actually come out as far as personality, as
Yeah,
far as
yeah.
meeting him face to face.
no, you
Never had a problem
Yeah, if
with
you
Kent.
hate me, man, when I see you, shit goes away, you know, and I'll buy you a drink, give you a smile and a handshake, and
a hand
Hand
job.
job.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Hey,
Watch where
like
he puts that hand, though. Yeah.
well, hey, Ken, guess what? I still don't like you. So go to hell.
Personally, I never had a problem with the man. I talk shit on the site too, so fuck everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care what you say to me.
No, it was good, man. It was good.
It was good times. Good
Yeah.
times.
So, I just want to say thanks to everybody. Thank you guys so much.
thank
And that's what I was going to say. Hey, look, it doesn't take a party though for people to come hang with us. If you find yourself in Austin, if you live around this area, you want to come down and hang out with
Corey
us.
has
Look,
a couple couches.
exactly. I got two couches in
I
here.
can
Thanks.
testify to how comfortable they are. I've been sleeping on one of them the past.
Yeah,
few
this
nights.
one's kind of nice. It's not so
nice,
bad.
nice.
They've been
Oh, now
sleeping
you
down.
just
They've been
ruined the
sleeping down
image
here
for
with
them.
me.
What'd you say?
They've been sleeping down here with me, and unfortunately, these guys, I don't know what the hell they're eating, but Jesus Christ, it's like
That bean burrito was good. Okay.
It's like they're farting Beethoven down here.
sorry.
You got to stop that, all right? You can't do that.
The hell do you
Well,
expect
Corey's
from
taking
me?
us to the Mexican restaurant, so blame him.
I know.
all I ate.
It's funny because
to be washed.
Renegade said I specifically am not, and I can attest to this. I'm
Yes.
specifically not ordering beans because I don't want to be farting during the middle of the recording. I don't want nobody saying, "Damn, Renegade farted again." So, but yeah, if you people are around town, or if you ever come to town, look us up, man. We're very approachable people. We're very nice. A lot of people said that they were happy to find out that this was not some kind of promotion skit or gimmick, or we were trying to get out there to like just get people to spread the word
it
for
was
us.
nothing even like that at all.
When I said, I mean, look, the company's going to help me pay for this, but before they offered to do that, this whole thing was coming out of my pocket. It wasn't even cheap, but I want
I
to do
made
this as
sure it came out of
appreciation.
your pocket as far as
This,
drinks were concerned.
no, this motherfucker.
I can tell you. I can tell you, it wasn't coming out of my goddamn pocket. I have no pockets.
Exactly.
Doi.
I'm broke, so it don't even
So
matter.
yeah,
I know you just hack
be-
people's credit cards.
Yeah.
so
numbers.
I have to say that no, we did this for a sincere reason, and that was for me to give my appreciation to people who have supported us and made us what we are, and anybody who's close to town. Or anybody who's from out of town, anybody from around the world. I'm talking to French people now and everything. If you ever come close to Texas and you can come to Austin, give us a call. We will be free.
And
to
there
hang
are
out with you.
there are a lot of badass Spill members that I'm just dying to meet. I mean, hey, Predator's one of them. I know that guy. He's out in outer space doing his thing, but I need to find a way to make some money. Maybe I can borrow your credit card or use Spill's dime to get that motherfucker down here.
I'm going to take a trip overseas pretty soon, so I want to come. I've extended the invitation to you guys. Now, when I go overseas, I want some people to extend the invitation to me. I want to hang out with some
I'm
of you
already
people.
planning the first Spill Tokyo party.
Oh, look at you!
There you go.
Tokyo Drift.
Godzilla. Yeah,
We're going to have Bow Wow there.
that's where you gonna come in. All
Will
right.
Chris be there too?
So we.
My
my
favorite
suit
actor.
The greatest actor.
So y'all want to get us some email?
Yeah.
All right. We
Let's
got,
do this, Corey.
we got some email. We got some really good email here too. I'm gonna let everybody kind of answer everything. We're gonna go around. We normally dwell on it a lot, but we got 5 people here. I want everybody to be able to give their answers to what we're reading here. So we're gonna start out with this one. This is from Lindsay, and Lindsay says,
Hi, Lindsay.
"Hello, Lindsay.
What's up, baby? What are you wearing?
Now, see, and Lindsay could be a dude because I used
I'm
to
sorry,
work for that.
sir. I'm sorry.
Not again.
Let me see. Lindsay says, a few nights ago, I sat down and watched Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail, a movie that I love, but was disappointed to find out I didn't enjoy it as much as I normally do, and was honestly pretty bored throughout most of it. So my question is, finally, you got damn right, is there any movie you guys really enjoyed until you watched it again and found out you didn't really like it after all? I'll tell you what, we'll let our guests go first. Shining, you brand new here. Why don't you take it?
The Negotiator.
Really thought that
I'm
movie
sick
was
of
good?
Argento. I hate Argento. I'm sick of Samuel L. Jackson in that and his fake hairpiece. I just couldn't stand it after. I fell asleep every time I looked at it.
Oh, when you're talking about the
movie.
what was it called again? The
Negotiator. Yeah.
I never really liked the movie anyway, man.
It was decent when you first see it. And you're like, okay, it's cool,
Yeah.
But then after that, I'm like, I seen it on DVD. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't see this shit.
All
no
right.
more.
Did you buy it?
No, no, I didn't.
You don't have any?
I mean, the only thing I can basically say is like I kind of agree with her as far as that movie was concerned, though, because it's like it was a disappointment for me at the end. Because when they come into that big battle scene, I thought it was going to be like, cool, everyone's going to get hack and chop
man,
at
I
each
love
other.
the ending
And
of that movie.
Wait, what movie are you talking
hated
about?
That part,
Monty
man.
Python.
Oh, the Monty Python?
Yeah.
I love the ending of that movie. I think it's so genius.
Yeah.
Because no one knows why those cops are showing up. Like, it's so non sequitur. And,
I know. I love that, man.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, I love it all the way way around. I just wanted to see a battle happen, and then
Yeah.
it's like it stops right there.
You're looking at it.
Oh, come on!
He's looking at comedy, expecting Braveheart and shit.
I just love it. It's a battle. These guys are ready to fight, and they just go, "What, cops are here? Okay, we'll put down our swords and not fight the cops." Like they're ready to kill people, but not the cops.
Well,
Like,
you know something, man? I have to say that is one of my all-time favorite movies, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I've seen it so many times. I never get tired of it. I love it. But if you to stand in the tradition of this question, where the way I look at it is, you have a movie that everybody loves. It's considered a classic. But you might say that it's boring when you see it again, and it's against the grain for you to say that. Well, in that tradition, I'm going to say The Omen. Was a movie that I saw when I was a kid. I loved The Omen, but I saw it. They did a re-release of it a few years ago. I went to see it at the theater, and I the only thing that I liked about it was the crab walk scene. The rest of it, I was laughing. I was not scared. Now,
Wait, dude,
Wait.
you mean The Exorcist?
You're talking about The Exorcist.
what did I say?
You said The
Omen.
Omen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant
The
The Exorcist.
Exorcist.
No, The Exorcist, and that's one that
Yeah.
people are going to say, "Are you nuts?"
Actually, I
Yeah.
was thinking that one because when I saw that when I was a kid, I was scared, and then I went and saw it when it got re-released, and I went and saw it. I was in high school at the time, and I saw it with a bunch of friends, and we laughed the whole time. I found myself laughing a lot.
I loved it.
Yeah,
That was my first time seeing it on the big screen. You know, we babies when that shit came
Yeah,
out. So,
yeah.
Oh man, it was amazing to me. So
Well,
especially the spider walk, that scared the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah,
that was
no.
ahead of its time.
It scared the shit out of me. I was actually afraid of the devil. Did I go to church?
Well, he's sitting right down
Yeah,
there.
right here. What are you talking
He's
about?
buying me shots.
Well, you know, I would just if you break down The Exorcist, what it is, it's a bitch talking shit.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
what
it really is.
And I was like, I got pissed off more than anything. I was like, I just slapped this bitch. That's it. But I mean, that's just me. And I know it's a classic film. I don't want to take anything away from the movie. That's just my reaction.
Right.
What about you, co-host?
I will say Pitch Black.
Yeah.
Pitch
that
Black
too.
was a movie I enjoyed when I saw it. But the more I saw it, the more it just felt like
dumber.
Yeah, it just exactly.
I like-
and then you see Chronicles of Riddick.
That's
and you're
what
like,
ruined
and
Pitch
it
Black
really
for
kills
me.
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that was what ruined Pitch Black for me, knowing that he felt the need to take it somewhere
Yes.
it really didn't need to go.
No.
And the ending of Chronicles of Riddick is so
It's cliche.
actually,
already
no,
seen
you know what?
coming.
I found
knew
it to
was
be
coming.
so
Really?
anti-cliche. Like I found it to be like I didn't see what was coming at all. Like the fight, but then what happens? The conclusion where he's in charge of all this. It's an ending. What do you do with that?
Well, I was like, are they ripping off Evil Dead 2?
That's exactly what I was
exactly
thinking.
what I thought about.
Everybody's
I was
bowing
like,
down
yes.
to Ash and everything.
comes from space.
Yeah, but I mean,
like, what?
Chronicles
Riddick?
of Riddick is something that I never liked. I thought it was just, and I'm not using this in a homophobic way, but it was the gayest thing I'd ever seen. Those costumes. Have you ever seen
I've seen
it?
the potential in it, but
Did you ever see that, Renegade? Now you say you saw a Pitch Black animated thing today.
Well,
That was
no,
good.
it wasn't animated. It was the second part of Riddick. I was
It was
just
in
watching
between.
Well, I mean, it was like they had these aliens that looked like they were a ripoff from Alien on there.
Oh, you're thinking of Pitch Black then?
Well, I mean, he was using the same character as,
Yeah,
as Riddick.
yeah, he
I've
is.
just never seen that before.
It is Riddick.
Yeah,
It's
it is
all
Riddick.
part of
Yeah.
the same universe.
Yeah, I just never seen that before. I just saw it on TV, and I'm just like, what the hell is this shit? Oh, hell
Well, actually,
no.
the guy that did what's the name of that cartoon? Aeon Flux.
Oh, Aeon Flux
Yeah,
did the
he did
animated.
the
animated
movie.
version.
The in
So-
between
Yeah.
story.
And it's funny because Pitch Black, you say you look at it and you don't like it as much.
Right.
I look at Pitch Black and I actually like it a little bit more than when I first saw it. But the Chronicles of Riddick, I don't know what the fuck Vin Diesel was trying to do with that. It makes no sense. It doesn't even fit in that universe, really.
It didn't, and you know, then they were boasting before the movie came out that this was going to end up being a trilogy, like a darker version of Star Wars.
Yeah,
I was like,
like,
really?
uh-uh.
I mean,
No,
yeah.
I mean,
What, the
close-
Ewoks go to the dark side?
You can only wish that would have made a better film if you ask me. I'd make that.
can I get
I'd throw
mine
money at that.
All right, let's go ahead and
Wait,
get
can I
to.
get mine?
Oh, I'm
How
sorry.
you
What's
going?
that?
Oh, for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get you. I'm sorry.
Ken forgotten once again. Sorry.
For me, mine, and I'm going to get a lot of flack on this, is Jaws.
What?
Oh, I hate Jaws.
No, here's
Right,
why. Here's
right.
why.
Oh my
man.
god.
Here's why.
I
When
think those
saw
drugs
Ja-
fucked you up. Ken.
When I saw Jaws as a kid, it scared me.
Yes.
A lot. And I loved that movie as a kid. And I like how Spielberg told the story of those guys on that boat doing their thing, taking out that shark. And then I grew up a little bit more and I saw Jurassic Park. And I think Jurassic Park is Jaws for my generation. I'm only
I believe that,
25. And Jurassic Park holds up still. That's part of the thing. Jaws, now seeing it, being a fan of film and seeing all that, I just think Jaws still looks fake. And while I like some moments in it, it just doesn't hold up the way it did as a kid, especially after seeing Jurassic Park.
Ken, it's good to have opinions, but keep that one to yourself.
Yeah, you know me, man. I'm fair. I'm not going to argue with. I'm just going to say that I find that really hard to. Well, it's hard for me to look at Jaws as being superior to Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, of course, has time on its side as far as technology being
it was
increased,
a different time entirely.
But that's the thing of why that movie worked. If you really strip down Jurassic Park, it really relies on the special effects. Because if you take it out, the characters aren't as strong as they are on Jaws, and the movie just really relies on one thing: the dinosaurs. In Jaws, I mean, we got great characters that we love. Quint, and I mean, there's so many scenes where we do not see a shark. And those scenes are intense. And when we don't have those scenes, we have these really rich characters that we love. I mean, fuck y'all. Y'all full of shit. Yo, Shiny, you say you don't like Jaws that much either?
It just gets boring after a while. I do. The whole suspense thing, not showing the shark, that was brilliant. I like that. You didn't know what it was at first. But, after seeing it a couple times more, I'm like, I'm not, downing the technical quality of the film. I'm just like, it's just boring to me now.
Well, I can understand you coming from. Man, movies were paced at a different time. Yeah. I mean, it's a different age. I mean, the movies are appealing to younger audiences, and I mean, so Jurassic Park was definitely something that was faster. I'm not gonna lie to you right there. So anyway, let's go.
I just like that dude.
I'm a Jaws guy.
Yeah.
I like
Jaws robot
myself. Yeah. I still remember as a kid when they used to go downtown Seattle at the JCPenney. They had the thing released on one of those big silver laser discs, or about the size of an LP.
Damn, dude, you're old.
I know.
Oh, wait a minute, you had the laser disc?
Yeah, they had it on the big laser disc. They're about
I've got Jaws.
What the hell is that? What is
that? I mean, that was the ultimate CD back then,
Yeah.
But I mean, they had the parts where you could stop it like you can with the DVDs. And I always go back to that same part where the guy gets bit in half, and I just kept watching that as a kid. It's like, hey, Mom, look at that.
No, that was a great part, and it's funny you should mention Laserdisc. I remember I had a friend who was saying, "You gotta get one of these things, man. You gotta get one of these." And I was like thinking, man, I'm trying to watch Aliens, and I got to change this shit 6 times to watch.
That's the problem. See, I got in a Laserdisc when I was in high school, right when it was going out.
Yeah,
and I became an audiophile. Laserdiscs still have better sound than DVD. And
well, it's such a bigger. That's the problem, though.
Yeah,
I was looking at these things, like, man, these have got to get smaller.
Eventually, around that time when they were going out, they finally compressed it.
A frisbee smaller than that.
People's collections look ridiculous. Like, there's a huge shelf with these big ass laser discs, and you're like, nah. That's
my Star Wars collection on Laserdisc weighs 10 pounds.
Yeah,
that's not okay for me.
Yeah, it's insane, man. No, I was just saying that you can't. This can't happen no more. This is not possible to collect this shit. I mean, you got 5 movies, and it's taking up half your house. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to our next one. Actually, before we do that, we like to take a commercial break. No, we actually got this. We have to stop because it's close to an hour and render this thing out.
Ooh, this is a long one.
Otherwise, it's gonna stop on us. And no, that was me. I did that. So let me stop this, render this out, and then we will come right back and get
punch
into
a
it.
Baby.
This punch a baby thing. I think you really do want to punch
really
a baby.
Want to hit a baby.
I had to get one in there.
Never shake
fat bastard.
Well, we won't punch babies. Well, we won't mention what he tries to say. What he does about with butts.
What?
Man, you know what?
We'll get that on the second half.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and render this out, and we'll talk about this in a little while.
Cannon butts? What?
All right, y'all. Here we are. The return.
What up? We're back.
Return, yes.
Yeah, we took a break, went outside, and
Got drunk.
Now it's funny because when I stopped the computer, early when we were in the car, Renegade is saying, "Man, I'm not gonna drink shit tonight." And then once we paused, he's like, "The fuck kind of alcohol you got back here?" He's going through shit.
Didn't even ask permission. He just went in everything like, I'm gonna find me some damn alcohol.
Exactly.
God damn
All
it.
of a sudden, from the kitchen, you go, "Whose vino is this?"
Yeah, exactly. And I say, "I don't think it's that good." "I don't care." We'll find out.
Well, the only alternative was water. It's like, wait, you trying to poison me?
Yes, I am.
Tap water.
You damn dirty
Toilet
ape.
water.
But okay, so now this next email that I have here is not so much a question; it's somebody who was at the party.
No, okay.
This is, I don't know if you guys saw the two kids that came in. They were 19 years old. One of them came in with a kind of a really cute girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
I saw them. Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I saw him. I tried to get him a drink. They're like, we don't drink.
Yeah, well, 19. But the guy was, there came a point where every time I have a night like this, and like most people, I wake up thinking, how did I make a fool of myself? Because I do it all the time. And
Yeah,
this,
you do.
it's not hard. Fuck you, man. Drinking or no drinking, shit. It's like just sitting right here. But I remember like holding court last night in front of a bunch of people and keeping them kind of captive. And I was talking to them, talking about this is how you do things, man. And always go for your dreams and don't ever give up on what you want to be and all that kind of. And I remember the girlfriend was looking at me like, you're so fucked up right now. But
What
so
are you talking about?
so I thought, I was thinking to myself,
Yes, I took pride in my work.
exactly. I'm Corey Coleman of Spill. You should know what I'm talking about. But
These are all the things I've done.
I done Spill and Phil. I thought, man, I probably chased them off. They probably weren't having a good time, and then I really probably bored them half to death and I scared them. And because they were just sitting there like you couldn't tell what they were thinking. They just like they had the grin on their face like.
I was wondering what you was doing over there. They was all everybody circled around you and stuff like this.
I was
you
drunk.
telling them a story. Let me tell you a story.
Yeah, and then we started singing Poison and shit.
I saw Corey's like, oh god.
Actually, it was
Corey's,
Journey.
Corey's telling his damn
Journey?
stories again.
Yeah, when the DJ was playing that remix of that.
No, we were singing Poison.
We were singing Poison
Oh,
for Belle
okay.
Biv DeVoe.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I remember
yeah.
the Journey tune came up and people were singing along to that as well.
Rhea and Jim were singing. You were singing.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
We
but,
weren't.
Yeah, you know,
I don't even know that song.
No, not us.
Too young for that, right, guys?
If you were there, you know how I felt about the DJ.
But one of the guys is named Raul, and he goes by Emmy-winning filmmaker. And he won an Emmy for something that they directed, some short film.
And he has to throw it in our face.
And we ain't won shit. Yeah,
Fuck
who you
you,
think
son.
you are? Fuck you. You think you better than me? I should have like grabbed his ass by the throat last night. When you saw me running, thought I was gonna beat somebody up. That was him. Come here, you fucker. I got an award for you, but
I was just trying to steer you in the right direction.
But his name's Raul, and he said, "Wow, thank you so much for throwing that party last night. We all had a really good time. It was cool to find out you're just as cool and easy to talk to as yourselves on the site. But yeah, thanks again." That's what he said. But yeah, thanks again. So,
But yeah, your story sucked. But yeah,
but
you're
yeah,
awesome.
but still, you're still a drunk dumbass. But yeah, party's okay. But no, hey, people, like I said, we are who we are. When you hear us recording on the site, we're not acting, you know. So glad you could come out. Okay, now we're gonna get to Deadpool's question right here.
Deadpool.
Hear that, Deadpool?
He
You got
rules.
mentioned after all.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm,
buddy.
Chat room right now begging me to mention
I'm
him.
Deadpool's biggest fan right here.
Deadpool.
Ken, you're boring.
You're boring. Your show is boring.
Every time you open up your mouth, it's just boring.
So I'm not going to really read his first part of this email verbatim. He just mentions how X-Men has a spinoff. They have X-Men Wolverine Origins.
Wolverine,
on
yeah.
Nickelodeon.
And then they're talking about if they say if
They're talking about a Deadpool movie.
they said they mentioned they're talking about a Deadpool movie and maybe doing
With,
a Gambit movie.
What's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch running off with Scarlett Johansson.
I know, man.
Hate
And they're
his
married now,
fucking,
right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
married.
they're
married.
And
Wow.
I hate his fucking guts for it.
Well, there goes her career. So I don't care about her anymore.
That's messed up.
No, her career went out the window when she signed the contract to be in the Spirit at the end of the year.
Oh, she in that?
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
People
wait
are
and
clowning
see.
that movie. I'll wait to see what is.
I'm gonna be fair.
I want to see it. Hey, I want to see it.
See Samuel Jackson running around like a drag queen. But he said, here's his question. He's like, my question is, has there been a successful movie that had two very good spinoffs, let alone a sequel? With two spinoffs, I don't know. What movie had a good spinoff? I know there's something that had a really good spinoff. Can anybody think of anything right now?
I think.
Chronicles of Riddick.
I think that's and when I pulled that up, there was something that I had in my head that I can't remember right now. I get, man, but I can't. think
Spin-off
of-
film as far
You know, film.
okay.
I can think of TV.
Yeah,
but I can't
usually
think
what? Electra,
Yeah,
that
only
was-
thing I'm
that was
thinking-
shit.
The only thing I think that even comes close to, and it wasn't a movie, is Stargate. Not a movie, but a TV show that's spun off, and it's spun off twice, and both are pretty decent.
But
Now,
it
is he
did-
talking about a spin-off as in a film?
A film, I
I
can't
think he's
No,
talking
in-
about a
in a
film.
film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't. I don't know.
Wow.
Film. The only thing I can think of that I found watchable was
Catwoman.
Alien vs Predator 2.
Catwoman.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
was
Alien
garbage.
vs Predator 2 I liked as a spin-off from two different franchises. It was brutally violent.
Hey, I agree. Wow,
Y'all are
something
crazy,
something
man.
We agree
Y'all
on.
are
Yeah.
insane.
You didn't like
I liked it for all the right-
I hate AVP 1.
Yeah.
But 2 has a 10-year-old
I like
kid
Santa
dying in
Lathan.
the first
Yeah.
like 10
What's that?
seconds.
I like Santa Lathan in
Yeah.
the first one.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
fast
Oh, she
forward
was hot.
through.
Yeah.
I fast forward through a majority of that movie just to get to the kick-ass alien predator parts. But that's me. No, I can't think of anything. though.
Well, this is what. Well, here's the deal. When we can't think of things like this is when we invite the audience to actually submit something.
Think
so,
for us.
Yeah, exactly. We can't. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. Think for
Your
yeah.
jobs.
Like I said, the only spinoff I could think of, but was horrible, like really bad, was Catwoman. Other than that,
That's not even really an
that's
official
not-
because they
It's
changed
not-
Catwoman up
yeah.
so
You
much.
can say the same thing about Elektra. Elektra was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Daredevil. No, that's what we're talking about. Good ones. So I already
Yeah,
thought
I
of
know.
Catwoman and Elektra. No,
Wait,
those are
No,
horrible.
no.
I didn't see it, but
Can't talk to the mic.
I didn't see it, but I know there was Westworld, and then they did another one, and my friend said it was pretty decent. What was the sequel to Westworld that wasn't?
They did a Westworld sequel.
They did a sequel to Westworld that was the Castle World,
I heard,
or
something
it was the
about it. I heard
Space
it was
World.
pretty terrible.
Really?
I only heard. I've never seen it.
It sucks.
Some people that told me about it, it's just like it sucked really bad. It kind of really did not work from the previous movie or something like that.
Because I love Westworld. If the sequel
Oh,
was
yeah.
good, then that would be a good spin-off, I would think.
Scorpion King.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you read my review on that, I
That's
could
all we
only make
think
it
of
through
is
Dude,
bad
I
one.
love
That's how bad it is.
that chick
the
in that
sequel.
movie though, man.
That is a
Scorpion King had two of them.
It had
Yeah,
two. It had
One
a
went straight to
direct-to-DVD.
Just
DVD,
recently, yeah.
and they had
Yeah.
Randy Couture play the bad guy,
There
who
you-
ain't black,
Oh
so I
my
don't know why he's playing the Egyptian king anyway.
Well, there you go. I mean, you have two spinoffs there. I mean, from one movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how good. Wait a minute. Actually,
So
you know
the
what?
Mummy, then
I-
it was Scorpion King, then it was the Scorpion King too.
I did, but you know something? I did like the Scorpion King. It was, yeah, I did. I didn't think it was. Look, I didn't love it, but I thought it was. I was like, man, for this is pretty good for, especially the way they had The Rock looking at the end of the Mummy, or was it the Mummy?
that
Was
was
the Mummy
like
too?
garbage
Yeah,
at the end
Where it
of
looked
Mummy.
like a generic He-Man character.
Well, it was. You remember that bad special effect where he was a
was like
spy? He
half
was a scorpion.
Yeah, he was like a half scorpion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a real terrible
Yeah, it had
He-Man
a
character.
It had Play-Doh thing going on. His face looked like clay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
it looked
Jason
really
on the
bad.
Argonauts and all that
Yeah, it
stuff.
did.
Yeah, and he
bad.
and he tried to do that thing with his eyes where he was like he had the,
People's
yeah,
eyebrows.
the eyebrows.
He
yeah.
trademark. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, Star Wars with the two Ewok movies.
well, those weren't theatrically released though, and I actually remember one of those
God.
Ewoks, the boy with the little sister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that.
You
one.
remember that?
badass.
Yeah.
The boy looked like a poor man's Luke Skywalker.
He did. He really did look like just a off the street Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Like just bad. He had the same haircut, but he was brunette.
Yeah,
God, that movie.
yeah. You know, hey, people, if you can think of anything, I'm sure there's probably some cop movie back in the '70s that probably had something. I'm thinking of Papa Doyle from The French Connection, but I think those are more like sequels than they were.
Freddy
actually
vs.
spin-offs.
Jason. I love that film.
Fuck, dude.
You know what? It was a bad film, a bad horror movie. But for an action film, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it for that.
What, for an action film?
Yeah, I wanted them to.
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
them
they
little-
hired-
No, an action film. I mean, as far as a horror film, no, you can't
No,
pull it off
no,
anymore
no.
with those characters. But
Hey, people, if you think of something, let us know. So we'll just go ahead and move on from there because apparently we're
sorry.
dumb as shit.
We don't got shit.
Sorry,
it's like
Deadpool.
We'll edit this
we
down.
dwindled off there.
Sorry,
Corey, you
Deadpool.
sound depressed, dude. What happened to you?
I know. I really can't. I'm going to be up
apologize,
tonight trying
Deadpool.
to do it. Yeah, sorry, Deadpool.
You sound like you were talking to those kids yet last night after you told them your story. You're like, sorry.
I sound like this fool at dinner tonight, man. I'm
I'm
so
gonna
tired.
go grab a beer and not bother
And
anybody.
his ass is fucking
I
drinking
wonder
right
what
now.
Co's is doing. Stay away from me, Corey.
Here's another party email. First off, I hope everybody made it home safe and sound. This is Manny who went to the strip club with everybody.
Yeah, Manny's awesome.
Secondly, I really appreciate you making this happen. I had a lot of fun. I was able to meet a lot of people, not just from Spill, but from your own inner circle. I feel like I really got to know you guys. It wasn't just, now here's what he's saying. It wasn't just some BS PR move of shake some hands and say, thanks for coming out, enjoy the food and drinks. I couldn't have asked for a more dynamic group of people to hang out with. I hope to be at the next gathering no matter when it is held. And he says, Oh, never mind. He just says he couldn't come and hang out with us today, but that's no big deal. He did say though, if he comes back out again, he's buying all the lap dances. So you goddamn right, you better come out. We're gonna hold you to that.
Don't let Leon get a hold of that one.
You are going to be broke.
Yeah, Leon Cyrus and I came up with the idea with the fake bachelor party. Why? The most fun guys can have is a bachelor party. Why ruin that with a wedding? So we were planning on having a fake bachelor party. He said he'd come out for it. So now we're set. We should just do it whenever we want. Have him come out.
Oh, he'll be
cool
out.
with
Man.
that. Sure.
Titties, yeah, I like that idea.
I like
Yeah, breasts.
Hey, people, as you can see,
Ass.
the party, like I said, was a lot of fun. So you should definitely try to make another one happen. Come on out. Let's see. All right. Oh, this is good.
Make it a good one, Corey.
You remember the question that we couldn't answer, where it says, let me see, what was it? A sequel that's better than the original.
Yeah, there you go.
Is this Russell? Yeah, Russell says, I have an answer to that question. And he lists 2 movies. One of them, I kind of agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
Maniac Cop 2, he says, and this isn't a one. He says Maniac Cop 2 is an awesome movie, and it's better than its predecessor, the terrible Maniac Cop 1. I thought Maniac Cop was kind of cool. It's
Really,
kinda,
I remember part 2 more than I remember part 1. So maybe,
Okay.
maybe he's right.
I just remember they had that scene where the guy gets his head shot out the window shield. Yeah. He says, even though Bruce Campbell was in the first one, they still sucked, and Maniac Cop 2 is much better. Yeah. All right, that's kind of a smaller movie, but let's get to like some classics here. His second one is, out of all the remakes of George Romero's zombie films, everyone knows that the Tom Savini remake of Night of the Living Dead is fucking horrible. But Romero's classic sequel, Dawn of the Dead, remade by Zack Snyder, is a great sequel.
It's a really good movie.
And the remake is made better than the first adaptation of George Romero's work. I don't know if I agree with that.
I'm always on the fence with that. I know people love the remake, which I love it too, but as far as the characters go in the original Dawn of the Dead, I mean, I
that's
love
the
those
thing.
characters.
The problem with Romero's films was never the zombies. It was other people coming in and fucking up a situation that they had going that was really good. And that's why I like the end of the original Dawn of the Dead. When I saw it, I did not expect all those bikers and everyone to show up and just ruin everything they had, destroy it. You know, and I still think the remake of Dawn of the Dead is missing that.
Yeah,
but okay, the remake is not a social statement, so that's what George Romero. That's what he does with the zombie films.
Yeah.
Those are just social
Except
statements.
for his last
Exactly.
one.
You know what, Shining? You're right. You're exactly right. A lot of people have said that the only thing that they're disappointed about with the Zack Snyder's film is that there's no social commentary.
Yeah.
It's an action film. I mean,
Yeah,
but
I love the ending. I love that they went above and beyond in
did
the
a great job.
prosthetics
No, they did.
department.
Yeah.
I wanted to hate that movie, honestly.
Yeah.
When I saw it, but I saw it, and it blew me away. I
Yeah,
was like,
it was
wow.
everything I wanted from a horror film, from an action film, from a fan of prosthetics and gore. I mean, they pulled in so many people who were missing limbs just so they could cut them off again.
yeah.
I mean, that I heard like a lot of people were really upset. There's a moment when a guy is hanging on one of the buses
With no
at the
legs.
end with no legs. They cut off a dude's legs for the second time in his life. That guy actually lost his legs a long time ago, and they said, "Do you mind if you hang up here? We're going to cut your legs off again." And he was like distraught for a bit, and then was like, "All right,
I'll do it."
That's awesome.
Well, I love the original. I love all the original
Yeah.
movies, but the new movie, what tripped me out is like I actually felt myself like, if this really happened, what would I do? Mm-hmm. You know, because I could run away from a Romero zombie. Come on, come on, they just walking. You know, so these fools are outrunning cars. Come on, what are you gonna do if it's a million zombies outrunning cars?
He
And
took
you know what's really sad is the fact that unfortunately, Day of the Dead
That was
came
garbage.
out with a remake, and
That's
I
not
I
a
was
remake.
unlucky.
That's a movie with the same title.
And the thing is, I saw that film and I was like, "Wow, what a piece of shit!"
The
And I was
moment
so
when
pissed off that they just didn't take
Any
what
movie-
Zack Snyder, or I wish Zack
I made a
Snyder
sequel
would sign
to-
on to have made a sequel to Day of the
Yeah,
Dead, because
yeah.
I mean, I love the Romero version, and I know that movie, people debate about it. Either you like it or you hate it. But I would have killed to see Zack Snyder do a sequel
Do a Day of
to
the
Dawn of the
Dead,
Dead. Yeah, just see
And
what-
Any movie with Nick Cannon in it is going to be garbage. I'm gonna tell you all that. now.
Oh, my, no.
When I saw
Wildin'
Nick-
out.
I like Drumline. I like
Drumline was good. That was his only good
I
one.
like me
No,
some
Drumline. And you know what? I misunderstood the question when I said I agree with it. In some ways, it depends on how you look at it. Is it a better action film than the first one? I guess in a way because it really is faster paced.
I think it's a better horror movie, but as far as setting a statement, you can't beat Romero's film.
But you know something, I have to admit, man, I can't agree with this at all overall because it was just something about the original where that seemed more real to me. Like the whole thing with the station falling apart. You got that guy who's on the TV like, we've got to think dummies. You know? And that seemed real to me.
It seemed real. It definitely seemed, and that's the thing. Like you cannot take away the performances of that film. That film, just like I think that's what keeps that movie alive because it seems very. It seems like you're watching a documentary.
You get emotionally involved in it.
You do. And the cool thing is like they really explored with what people would do in a mall, which I thought the remake just completely they just did a real quick montage and you never got a sense of how, the mall it did become their prison in the original film.
Yeah, what's amazing is considering what a great social commentary he's made in the past with films like Dawn of the Dead and how you felt like you were watching a documentary. The one film he makes that's like a documentary is one of his worst films. That was what really shocked me.
Man, Diary of the
Dead was so disappointing, and considering at the same time,
seeing Wreck.
Well, after I saw Wreck, after I saw Cloverfield, and I even felt like Cloverfield was more believable than Diary of the Dead, and pulled me into it. And he just came at it from the wrong idea. He wasn't trying to tell another social story.
He used different student filmmakers to do it, so he didn't do it personally himself. He just pretty much edited it all together.
Is that why his actors are so bad?
Yeah. So these are
it's
just
disappointing. It's
it was
but the thing is, there were a lot of like great scenes in that movie. At least, if you like the Amish, the dead Amish guy. There's some characters where you almost wish that movie would have followed.
Shake the back of that mic real quick.
What's up, mic test? Can you hear me?
I'm sorry. Wait, go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, parts of that movie kind of upset me because the characters that you run into during that movie, you want the camera to hang out with all those characters.
I almost wanted the movie.
You cannot stand. I mean,
I wanted the movie to leave a lot of the main characters and hang out with the guys who were stockpiling. I was really interested in the guys who were stockpiling all those weapons and TVs and food.
Yeah.
And I hated these filmmakers.
I was
like, why?
You know what? If you want to make a spinoff of something, make a spinoff of that
Amish guy. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I said. After I saw the movie, I was like, they need to do a spinoff about the Amish guy and how he fought off zombies throughout.
He was deaf, right?
He was deaf.
That was awesome.
That was incredible.
And he killed that character off, man. That was like, what'd you do?
And I was pissed when they killed him off.
Just a cool dynamic between him and everyone. And
I wish somebody would make I wish somebody could make a goddamn comic book out of that character. I mean, I'd read it.
Just introduce him into Walking Dead. Just put him in Walking Dead now.
Please.
Yeah, I just want him to show up.
Well, thank God he's not doing. Thank God George Romero is not doing a sequel to Diary of the Dead. Which
but he's doing another zombie.
But now he's doing another zombie.
He's doing another zombie.
I'm looking forward to that. Somebody described it as like a Lord of the Flies with zombies.
That's good to me.
I hope it's good.
I even liked.
I enjoy. I'll watch Land of the Dead.
What was it? What was it? Land of the Dead. I really liked it as well as this.
I really enjoyed Land of the Dead. I don't know why that movie gets so much shit.
I saw it was a real surreal experience for me seeing that. I saw that when I was in Tokyo when it came out. And I'd never seen a movie with a Japanese audience before. And I saw it with my dad, who hates horror movies in general. He punched me after that movie. He's like, why the fuck did you take me to this?
I saw that movie at midnight with a buddy of mine who snuck me in. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I felt like I was transported back to the 80s, like when they used to make fun of movies like that. Like, it kind of had, kind of like a Mad Max, feel with zombies. And
but the reason the movie didn't do that well and people slammed it, they're expecting, they're expecting a horror movie. It wasn't scary.
No,
I can appreciate. Cool. I love the setting and the story. It was brilliant.
Yeah, but he's taken his series like he's almost gone science fiction with him. One of the things you have to do when you're telling a story. Science fiction or supernatural things, it's the environment becomes more important than the story itself a lot of times. Sometimes a good example of that is a lot of the stuff in 2001 that just builds. It's like, check out this environment. And it's kind of the same thing with what he's doing with his horror films, is saying this is how people live, and the story suffers from it. Right. And I think it works if you're a fan of science fiction. Right. Most of the time, you're going to like it.
Well, in Land, I thought the only problem I had is I thought he made that one zombie a little too smart, which that's a lot.
It went over a lot of people's heads.
But then again,
it was a natural progression.
Well, if you listen to George Romero, you can almost that. in all those movies, he's always rooting for the zombies.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and in
It's
this
always
one,
a
you could
natural
tell
progression of
he
it.
Well,
he
that's-
wanted the zombies to be the heroes.
Well, that's why I hated Land of the Dead because and I know we kind of drift off into zombie.
Oh, yeah,
lore,
sorry.
but it don't matter.
Hey,
'cause I love
Halloween's
the-
coming up.
Yeah, but I mean, this is kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
The Land of the Dead. He kind of broke his own rules with these zombies. I don't know if he broke his own rules, but he stopped making them be believable. I mean, what made them believable before is that they were mindless, they were deteriorating, and they were human beings who just didn't have self-control anymore. With this one, they're still rotting, but somehow they've managed to
Maintain
evolve and
brain
nothing-
matter.
exactly, and it doesn't make sense to me. And I'm just, and
Well,
really, he pulled me out of that.
He had already started going down that path by the time
Day of the Dead, yeah,
came, and
with
the scientists
Bub.
were experimenting and trying to find out what's going on. He had already gone down that path, and I think he felt the natural progression of them being able to rise up and figure some things out would have to continue. Personally, I would have liked to have seen it if he had just admitted or made it Land of the Dead was not in connection with the films, because the timeline is all fucked up.
Yeah.
Because those films take place in the 70s or in the 80s, and then 20 years later, it's now, but it's the same timeline, but it's not. It's
And it
confusing.
doesn't even look, like when they're all.
Well, he's just afraid to break continuity. That's it, and
No, I mean,
progress.
he's breaking
you know.
continuity all the time.
Well, in my opinion, it's like as far as the zombie movies, like Land of the Dead, yeah, it was good for what it was. I don't even hold it in the same league as the first three.
Right, yeah,
I
you
can't.
I agree with you there.
Yeah, okay. All right.
All right.
Here's
Next
a good question.
Any sex questions, Corey? Anybody needing sex advice? It's been a long time.
We had.
Let me ask the chat room.
Ask Leon after
Yeah.
last
Ask-
night.
We're gonna ask Kent. Ask Kent to solve some
Oh yeah,
sex
go ahead.
questions.
Let some of the members ask a
Yeah.
question. But while he's
Okay.
doing that, did you get one?
No, I just asked if anyone will ask co-host some sex advice.
Oh, don't do that. 'Cause this is gonna get nasty after
Yeah.
the conversation we
All
had
right,
with you in the car. It's like, all these kids on here. Okay, here's a good one right here though. This comes from Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
And Patrick, hello,
Hello.
Patrick. Patrick says, "Hey, man, I remember when you and co-hosts were talking about celebrities being assholes, and I wanted to ask you, what is the coolest thing you ever heard a celebrity do that you really disliked?" Oh, no,
something that we heard that-
I'm sorry. I couldn't see the question. It's like, what is the coolest thing you ever heard a celebrity that you dislike do? In other words, you know there's a celebrity that you don't like, but they did something that
Right.
made you think, wow, you know what? They really are kind of cool.
I've got one.
What?
Uwe Boll wanting to fight reporters. I fucking hate Uwe Boll. But the moment he was like, "Let's get in the ring, motherfuckers, let's go," and he knocked fools out.
Yeah.
I was like,
you stole mine,
I'm
Kent,
sorry,
because
man.
Uwe Boll. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never really paid attention to his films. I never really had seen any of his films until I saw Postal, and
it's the only one I like.
and I think,
I
yeah,
actually gave that
Postal.
movie a
I
good
still
review.
love Postal.
It was good?
Oh, it was. Yeah, you need
I
to see
liked it. I
Yeah.
gave it a good review because
Yeah.
he was having fun. He made fun of
Yeah.
himself. He
Exactly.
made fun of
and that's the first
industry.
movie he actually wrote. I mean,
Yeah.
But with Uwe Boll, he spoke at one of the Fantastic Fests, and he laid it all out. Any kind of shit that people been throwing at him, he was name dropping as far as people that don't like him, and all that poor guy said was like, "Look, I'm just making movies, all right? And hey, yeah, they suck, all right? Yeah, okay. But you know what? I'm still going to keep doing it because I love making movies, all right? I'm sorry." He was just like, hey, he wasn't trying to apologize for his bad films. He was just like, hey, I'm trying to make movies. I'm trying to make a living. And I have these guys over here telling me I'm shit for no apparent reason. They've never met me. They've never,
So they're taking it personal.
They're taking
with him.
it really personal.
Like you can talk about his movies, but then they're talking about, and that guy's such an asshole, and I hate him, and just for making
Exactly.
movies. So
Yeah,
you know,
and for
I have
no
to-
reason.
I have to admit, man, I have never seen one Uwe Boll movie yet, and you know who Uwe Boll is, man? Renegade. Yeah. Okay. Now, have you ever seen Blood
Rain?
Blood Rain. What was the one I'm thinking of? One of his most ridiculous was
House of the Dead.
House of the Dead.
House of the Dead is
That was
one,
shit.
and Alone in the Dark.
Alone
Which
in the
I
Dark.
actually have to say, the guys at GameTrailers.com counted down the top 10 worst movies of all time. He took the top 3 spots with Blood Rain, Alone in the Dark, and House of the Dead.
Alone in the Dark had Christian Slater, and there was
Yeah.
a girl in there.
And then it had,
is
Reed,
it
whatever.
Tara Reid.
Tara Reid, and then it had who played Deacon Frost? What's his name? Stephen Dorff.
Stephen
Stephen
Dorff.
Dorff.
Yeah.
That's right. And Tara Reid in the movie. Now do you know who Tara Reid is?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you know
You know
she's
who
a
Tara
blonde.
Reid
Yeah.
is.
Now you know when I mention someone with tits and ass, you're like, yeah, I know that.
Big Lebowski? I'll suck you.
But she's the ditziest girl you've ever seen. in the movie they made her some sort of archaeological professor.
Genius.
It was
Genius.
And this was around the same time they had Terradice on E.
Terradice.
Which, if you want to laugh really hard and you're hanging out, Google some Terradice.
Oh, I
and
did.
Anytime
I seen it.
she says something wrong, take a shot.
Oh,
Because she everything she says is the exact opposite of what's really going on in front of her face.
Did you see that episode where she's on the double-decker bus and she's laughing about some stupid shit, and then a tree branch just hits her right in the face? It's so awesome. Dumb bitch.
Oh, man.
What about you, Shiny? You got something?
I really have no comment on this because I don't know.
What about you, man? Well, he took.
I agree with the Uwe Boll.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Uwe Boll.
But you know what?
You know what? He makes these bad movies, but us talking about him all the time, that gets him his money.
And you know what?
Yeah.
He seems
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's
Really
having
does.
fun with his notoriety. Like those videos he
The
made.
video. I was just about to bring
Yeah.
that up. Those videos are genius.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, you could tell.
I'm the fucking
That's
genius.
it. Because some people,
I'm Michael Bay.
Oh my god.
some people are so mad at him for doing it. Because they're like, you can see, you see him fucking getting on there talking trash.
Yeah.
And like he's joking because
Yeah.
he's like, "Me, I'm the fucking genius.
I gave him, you know what? I gave him props for that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Well,
I laugh.
people on the comment page, you read those comments, and people are like, you know what? I think I like this guy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to like him
Yeah.
because he's so honest about it, at least.
Yeah.
He rated all his movies based on what stars he had in them too. He sat down with some of the guys at IGN, and they were interviewing him over a lot of beers. And over the time of the interview, you see the table in between them just stack up with more and more beer. It must have been a 5-hour interview. And Uwe Boll is saying like, "Oh, I give Blood Rain 3 stars because we had such and such actors in it." And
Ben Kingsley?
yeah, he had Ben Kingsley in the movie.
That's at least 3 or 4 stars.
Ben Kingsley would do something for a box of crackers these
Yeah,
days.
he don't
I mean,
care
hey,
no more.
He's still
we-
badass.
we can get
I
Bill
love
Bill
that.
Gandhi to me.
Yeah,
I don't
Hey,
care.
boy, yeah, you know what? You know he's still one of the baddest actors that would. And when I say bad, I mean like badass.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, shit, we can get him on this podcast if we wanted to. But you know who somebody that I don't really hate anybody. I hate kind of using that word because it's so. I mean, I save that for like Hitler and shit. But somebody that really annoyed the shit out of me for a while was Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And Rosie O'Donnell was somebody who, until I saw clips of her on The View, talking shit to all those people on there.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I agree with her politics a little bit more. I like she's comfortable enough to be who she is. When she said, "You are dumb bitches," I'm just gonna talk as loud as I want to.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I love that she's able to make fun of herself. She's on the show. There's a show called Little Britain, which is from the BBC, which just recently came to HBO. And it's these 2 guys who do all the characters. Picture Monty Python with 2 guys doing every character.
cool.
And one of their skits is a class for people who are fat. Fatties. And it's all about losing weight. And they actually got Rosie O'Donnell to come on. And the woman who's hosting it, who's actually a dude, is like, whatever you do, only talk about her weight, talk about her career a little bit, but don't bring up the fact she's a lesbian. And that's all they talked about was how much she likes to drink from the furry cup and what it's like amongst drunk.
Nice.
And they did it.
I like
They-
that.
The people who were sitting there, who are the extras as the fatties, didn't know Rosie O'Donnell was really coming because these people are known for dressing up as celebrities and everything. And it was filmed in front of a live studio audience, and nobody knew.
man.
So Rosie O'Donnell actually walks through the door, and the fact she was willing to just put her weight on the line, put her politics on the line, and put her sexual orientation on the line for the sake of comedy made me really, really
Yeah,
like
see,
her.
that's what I'm saying, man. Now here's another one, and then this covers a lot of ground. This actually covers 2 people. Ben Stiller was somebody who annoyed me, and I saw him on that Ricky Gervais show, Extras.
Oh, God,
where he just
so
played a
good,
total
yeah.
dick, and he was like a dickish director, and he was
Yeah.
actually really funny. I mean, he's playing himself too.
Yeah.
And
That was genius.
and then he goes off and directs a movie that I really like, which is Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, that was
Tropic,
brilliant.
Yeah. Tropic Thunder put crazy ass Tom Cruise in there, and everybody loves Tom Cruise
Yeah,
now
that
because
changed my opinion.
And everyone hated Tom Cruise for a little bit. I mean, he was on a lot of people's list of just being a crazy dick.
Yeah.
And then he's a racist dick, but who cares? Because it was
What
funny.
do you do that was racist?
A lot of people are the
What, they think
Jewish
he's
people
Jewish-
in Hollywood are calling him a racist dick now.
Why?
Because he dresses up like one of the Weinsteins.
You know
And-
what, man?
But they do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
There's documentation
You don't have to
on them
explain
fools
it to me.
doing
I
that
thought it was hilarious.
I mean, you got look. Don't worry about Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson is still running on a rampage right now.
Hey, but Mel Gibson makes the best movie.
Yeah,
He's loony
yeah.
as a
Oh,
fox.
man.
He's
but
Mad
every-
Max. You can't
but
fuck
yeah.
with Mad Max.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. You know, that's another guy's crazy, but he just come out and said, "Jews, what the fucking Jews?" Tom Cruise just put on a costume
Yeah,
and did
yeah.
something funny.
I'm
you
sorry,
know?
I did laugh when I heard he called that cop sweet
I did
tits.
too.
Sorry,
Sweet
I'm
tits or
sorry, I
sugar
was
tits
laughing.
or- yeah.
Sugar,
I'm
that's
sorry.
sugar tits.
tits. There you go,
Yeah.
sugar
You
tits.
remember this Renegade when Mel Gibson got
Renegade,
caught
you
drunk?
alive back there? Is he
Which one was that?
alcohol
Mel
poisoning?
Man, he got alcohol poisoning.
I know he got that wine in him. Look at him. He's
Hey, you noticed the
When
first
Mel
half?
Gibson got drunk a few years ago and got pulled over by the cops, and he
Oh,
said,
yeah, that was all over the news and
"Yeah,
everything.
yeah, no." What do you think about that, though? Do you think he's?
Oh, I thought it was just funnier than hell, really, in my own way. I mean, it's just
Oh, we
like
all
you
had
know,
a field day.
I mean, it's just like Nick Nolte, you know, with the mug shot and everything, you know, and
Renegade relates to him.
No, I think he relates more to Gary Busey.
I was drinking with him that night. Yeah, that's it.
and when you get pulled over by the cop, ask them if they're Jews.
Look at that sugar tits coming out.
He was in the car with him. Look at this fucking Jew coming in the car. Who's in the? I bet they got a nigger in the back seat.
Renegade crawled out on the other side and like ran in the woods.
Disappeared.
Got away, yeah.
I tried.
Hey, you got? I tell you what. Before we get out of here, because we're almost done. This is almost an hour and a half. You got anybody on there who wants to ask a question from what is that goddamn thing over there?
The Spill
The
chat,
chat
room,
room?
which you can find in the forums. Mostly, it's people like Deadpool wanting to know what ask co-host what a dirty Sanchez is.
No.
That's what.
Google that.
Google that for real.
Yeah, just Google it.
Let your ass be
You know what?
traumatized.
Actually, Dr. J, who's a pretty cool guy, Dr. J wants to know what everyone thinks about Return to Sleepaway Camp.
Dr. J is a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Writes some great posts. Did I ever see Return to Sleepaway Camp?
Well,
They're doing a sequel.
They're doing a sequel
to Sleepaway
Now, are
Camp.
they supposed to have the original cast?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Okay, yeah. 'cause-
Okay, I did see the sequel to Sleepaway Camp where she's grown up and when she's older and she goes back to camp and kills all the counselors and the counselors.
But that wasn't.
But that's
that- What's
that
that?
was in the first movie. Well,
No.
I mean,
In the first movie,
Well,
they found
there's
out
a sequel. Yeah.
They found out the
didn't
chick
know
at the end of the guy at the end of the first one is a girl, and then they make a sequel where she kills a camp counselor or something. She goes to camp to be. She's a counselor.
Well, actually, it's a girl.
It's a girl that's a guy.
Well, you find out that
It's a it. It's a it.
Yeah, it's
or like okay, yeah, but then
and
they
it
had-
has the craziest fucking ending. That ending, you know what? Okay,
That
I was
shit was
watching.
crazy.
I was watching that movie, and something happened to my player when I was playing it, and it freezed on that shot.
that- oh,
the
man.
crazy looking eyes, and that scared the holy shit out of me.
Oh,
That
man.
affected me more than
That
The
shit was
Exorcist.
crazy.
And I was like, I
Yeah,
couldn't
you
get out of my
remember
head.
I remember I was young when I seen that movie, but that shit still. It always tripped me out. Just the face of
The face,
I always
you see her
remember-
eyes. Her eyes are going like these crazy directions.
Yeah.
and it's just free. And you see a penis. You see like penis.
Oh, that's what it is. You
Yeah.
think it's a girl and it's a guy. And at the end of the movie, yeah, it just freezes. I mean, the
is
last shot is her with a
crazy,
knife in her hand, looking
Yeah.
like a ventriloquist dummy with her eyes going around.
And the thing that sucked is when this thing. Okay, obviously it's a still shot at the end of the movie, but the player. That I was using, it
made it
freezed it,
tremble?
and then it kind of and it kind of like
Oh,
you
it was
see-
shaking
you
like
see
that,
it
like
shaking.
a Jacob's ladder.
Yeah, and I honestly thought I was like, oh no, some ring shit's gonna happen. Where she's gonna come crawling out, and I'm gonna
Oh,
be just
man.
in a coma of fear.
okay, that's what happened in the sequel. He went back as a girl to camp and was like a camp counselor, and then she, who's really a guy, killed everybody at camp.
Okay, I never saw.
You never saw the sequel.
No.
Sequel is much cheaper. Doesn't have the effect as the
yeah.
first one, but but anyway, they're doing a remake of Sleepaway Camp.
Well, it's a sequel. It's a direct sequel, right?
I thought it was a direct sequel.
I
Oh,
think
it
that's
is?
what
What I've
it
been
was.
hearing is-
You know what's funny too, because they were talking when I went. Okay, I went to the premiere of the Freddy vs. Jason, where they had it at a camp and everything. And I think they had one of the actors, because they played Sleepaway Camp as one of the films, and they talked to some of the actors were there, I believe, and they talked about that sequel. So I don't know how long it's been in the making, but I remember back when Freddy and Jason came out that they were talking about doing a direct sequel.
Man, if it's been that long, that thing is probably
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
Well, I mean, it's
I
been
don't
popping
even
up
think
a
that's
lot
cool.
more on like firstshowing.net and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's good. I don't think
Yeah.
it'll ever.
But
top the
is
first.
it? Will it be even big enough to like attract an audience?
doubt it.
Today?
It'll probably go straight to DVD.
Exactly. That's what I'm
So,
saying.
Yeah,
So,
but
well, you got another one you want?
Yeah, what do you guys think about the sequel to Blade Runner that people?
Oh, did you want to say
talking
something?
about?
Oh, I'm sorry. What, the sequel to Blade Runner?
What?
A lot of talk is
Yeah,
coming
there's a
about
sequel
a
to
direct
Blade Runner
sequel to
coming
Blade Runner.
wow.
With
With
a new-
Harrison Ford?
I don't know about with Harrison Ford or a new cast or what because.
Oh, I remember that on the site. Everyone is saying like, leave that one the fuck alone.
Well, here's the thing. I'm feeling like if you watch the definitive cut that has recently come out, which is still a good buy while you can get it. You can get it in Blu-ray or regular DVD in a briefcase for like $60. It's like 10 discs
With all the versions. that
all the
they-
versions of the film, including the original release, which makes no sense. The
With the
director's
narration.
cut,
With
with the narration, the director's cut, and then the definitive cut, which actually has a moment where they got Harrison Ford's son to stand in for him. He looks just like him. It's
shit. I didn't know that.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. You cannot spot it unless you know what it is.
I know they got the original actress who played the first android that he went after, the stripper.
Yeah, they got her to
they
do something,
redid a
yeah.
whole scene where she goes falling through the plate glass, which apparently she actually did her own stunts.
Yeah, yeah.
And they recreated that in the
definitive- the
in
final cut.
Yeah, and it looks great. I mean, that
Yeah.
film still looks incredible.
Yeah.
I love Blade Runner.
I mean, let's just say I'm never going to say never with anything.
Yeah.
Do it, put it out there, and see what it does. I don't ever want to say don't do it because you never know when you're going to suppress a great film.
yeah.
Did they ever do a sequel to the book of that?
They not to the book. There are two more books. There's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, and then there are two books, Blade Runner 2 and 3, which are actually sequels to the movie. Have nothing. They're not connected to the book, and they are actually pretty interesting.
They in canon or they just?
They're in canon with the movie,
Okay.
not with the book. So they're hard to find. I mean, you can find them on some used book sites, but they're going to cost you $20 for a
Have you read 'em?
paperback. I've read them, and they're pretty interesting. Deckard goes off into space on.
Sounds crazy.
It is that's where the replicants came from in the first place. Was a space station. He's a replicant himself. If you haven't seen this movie, go see it already.
Yeah.
I know people who still haven't seen Blade Runner, but Deckard goes out there and kind of becomes a bit of a hero among the replicants, and it kind of starts an uprising. And if they went with that kind of a story to it, because figure from his point of view, it's got to be fucked up to be a replicant. I mean, you just found out your entire life is someone else's memories just so you're peaceful.
Yeah.
That's harsh.
Well, it's going to be hard to really do a sequel. That's the thing. Do it, but you just have to understand that I think for a sequel like that, you can't do it because you have the opportunity to do it. Our fans are asking for it. It really has to be the spark of a great idea.
Yeah, and I know for a fact fans aren't asking for that.
And see,
no,
don't-
not at all. It's
because-
a great
yeah.
movie.
It
on its
ruins
own.
it ruins the whole legend of the film
Yeah.
or the series. So
It's unless it's absolutely necessary, unless there's a story that really has to come out, I would say don't do it.
Yeah.
If you think you have an inspired story, do it. We're talking about Harrison Ford. I don't care who they get to look like him. Don't do it because you have somebody that looks like him.
Yeah,
or he's
yeah.
willing to do it. Because look, no matter how much you've enjoyed Indiana Jones, that last one did not feel sincere at all.
No, it didn't. No,
So-
there were
Right.
just a few moments, and even those were forced.
Yeah, exactly.
the whole movie was forced to me. I don't even like Indiana Jones, but technically they all were good. But
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
last
South
one was-
Park said what we all feel about Indiana
Well, they
Jones.
just raped
4.
him.
Yeah, when they
raped him. Accused style over a pinball machine, just raped him.
It's like Spielberg don't even try anymore. His name's
Well-
attached to it.
Well, he
It's gonna
doesn't
make
try
money.
with his more fantastical films.
Well,
I mean,
one thing I was trying to tell Corey just the other night, for anybody that's unfortunately went out and bought the DVD, they got this commentary on there, which pretty much explains why the movie sucked. At least that's the way that I saw it, because it's like it was more or less a reunion of all the people that have been working throughout the entire movie throughout the years, and they just basically threw it together for the fans. It wasn't really written in such a way. The one guy who's like the main producer and the main script writer, he said it was one of the harder balancing acts that he ever had to do as far as trying to make the storyline actually work in the way it was supposed to. Unfortunately, I think it could have gone a little bit better, but we already saw what the outcome of it was. You know?
Yeah, no, I see. That's exactly what I'm talking about. As you said, it was a reunion. They just did it because they could. If you want to know the truth, I think they said, Harrison Ford ain't got a whole lot of time left. We better do this while he can still
Actually,
play
they
this
were trying
character.
to say he probably could put another one out.
Well, now that he's made this
they're
one,
talking
yeah.
about
My
5.
God, you got to
Yeah,
be
they're gonna
kidding
try to
me.
do
You
another
know?
one.
They're going to try and do 5. And here's the thing, you know what?
What?
Yeah,
They
they're
are,
trying to
yeah,
do
yeah,
5.
that's
They're
what they're
just
talking
talking
about.
Listen
about
to kill this man.
They're saying he could
Stop
probably
the
do this at
madness.
the age of 75. You know, they're
No,
saying
yeah.
in the commentaries and everything like
look,
that. I
He
mean,
broke his back doing Temple of Doom. The man has not been in good shape for decades, and having him continue to do this, you know, it's
Hey, look, I'm all for it. Let me tell you something. I love to see an older actor like that carry on a
I
hero.
love Harrison Ford,
Yeah, I
I
do
mean,
too.
you know.
But I'm just saying, if they
Only
do
certain
it, yeah.
people can do it though. Like, okay, Zatoichi, he did that for like 30 years.
yeah.
No, the blind swordsman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Blind
Blind
Swordsman.
Swordsman, 30 years. He was still good.
He ain't no
yeah.
Zatoichi.
But see, that's the thing. That character probably he's such a disciplined character that he probably got better with age.
Yeah.
We with Indiana Jones, we're still not getting this character like growing. You know what I mean?
You know,
No, he looked tired in that last week. He looked like tired. He just wanted to go to bed. I mean, that whole movie.
There's one Indiana
that
Jones
was actually
story.
kinda cool. No.
There's one Indiana Jones story involving an older indie that I dig, which was from the Young Indiana Jones series. If you haven't seen
remember
it
that
out
scene.
there,
I
at least
own
rent it
some
on
of those.
Netflix, because a lot of those, especially when he was fighting in World War I, are really, really good. And there's one story where Harrison Ford plays Indiana Jones.
Oh, really?
A really old indie who's pretty much on his last leg. And if they did a story like that where it's Indy's actual really last crusade.
And Harrison Ford is in the episode?
He's in it. He's in
Wow.
the beginning and the end. He bookmarks the whole thing. And it's a really good episode. You know, if they were to do something like that, where it's Harrison Ford doing his last indie film, and he really goes out in a blaze of glory.
yeah, not like Captain
That's the
Kirk.
film I want to see. Not like Captain Kirk and Generation.
God, yeah.
That was embarrassing.
But see, that's why I'm pissed off, because you had all the ingredients to make that film that you're talking about,
Yeah.
and they completely blew it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I want to see. There's, as far as I'm concerned, if Harrison Ford was ever to pick up a franchise ever again, there's only one he can do, and that's Jack Ryan. He could still do Jack Ryan, because Jack
Yeah.
Ryan in the books is like God in the CIA, and I'd like to see that. Like, see almost like a Good Shepherd type of film about Jack Ryan would be very, very cool to me.
But no, they replaced him with Ben Affleck. So.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, you know
But you know what? You're right, Ken. I agree with that completely.
Yeah, that's the last franchise he can still tackle, and that's you know, one of his better performances. As much as I love Han Solo and I love Indy, he acts
Yeah,
Oh, no.
in those Jack Ryan films better than he does in the other
Yeah.
two franchises. I mean, that's when he put on his acting chops.
Yeah, no, I mean there are certain characters that they can do, but we really have to believe that those characters are growing with that role.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is like they're doing a rehash, so
Yeah.
and that's what I'm afraid that they'll do with something like Blade Runner.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, well, guys, that's it, man. I think.
Well, hey, before we quit, can we bring up that song?
oh, that's
Oh my God! All right,
man.
Ken, do you have that up? Can you
man.
bring that
Here,
up?
I'll try to put the mic on it.
Trying to piss me
Okay.
off right now.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Co-host is into this song for some
Yes.
reason. He
Yes.
found this song and he's
super
loving it.
duper awesome member sent me this song. She was like, "You got to hear this. This is unbelievable. It's an actual song." And I was like, "All right." So I checked it out, and yeah, the song starts up. Why you coming home at 5 a.m? Something, let me smell your dick. And she's singing with all her heart, and it's a legitimate song.
All right, do you want to play this?
Smell Yo Dick
Smell
Bye.
your
by Risque.
There you go.
And risque is has an A in there for risque. I thought it was gonna be QU.
No, it's RISKAY.
All right.
So go ahead.
Yeah,
bring it.
Shining wants
Here
to
we go.
send her like an email saying, "Man, I'm embarrassed to be black now."
I just want to say real quick, I love the drama of the piano.
Exactly. That's what I mean. They put their heart.
Shine's over here mad.
Doing trapped in,
Exactly.
It's like she's doing trapped in the closet.
Exactly.
She's
It's like
got
they-
that much emotion.
They put
my.
more heart and soul in that song than they did in the Indiana Jones movie.
Why you coming home 5 in the morning? Something's going on. Can I smell your dick? 'Cause that
Corey, I only have one question. What is wrong with your people?
On behalf of me and Corey,
Oh,
Just play it. Just play it.
Yeah, there you go.
I apologize
Say
for
it,
this.
Shining.
I apologize on behalf of black people for this woman and all this other bullshit. Oh my God, I hate black people. I'm sorry. I hate my own people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. Obama, come on,
Obama
man.
for life. I love you,
we,
Obama.
We need you because we acting.
You like our messiah right now.
We acting a fool right now. They got this bitch up here talking about, can I smell your dick?
No,
Wow.
if you thought that was funny, I'm gonna post this video. You want to post it on your page again? I'm sure.
I'll post it. Yeah,
I'm gonna post it. And it's in the chat room right now.
Yeah. This thing is going to be huge now. After that.
No, here's the thing. YouTube it. There are so many people singing this song.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a dude right here. You see this guy? There's a guy wanting to sing, "Can I smell your dick?"
Hey, let me.
you
Let's
got
see how he sounds.
Yeah, I want to hear how he sings this. It's funny. He sounds just like that woman. Can I smell?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's lip syncing
He's
to it.
lip-syncing.
I'm gonna post this too. He's lip syncing to it. He's like a drama queen.
Is this the guy that likes Britney Spears or something?
You might as well be.
What's his name? Chris something? Chris Crocker?
I ain't never seen a.
Oh my God, he's got a knife and a glove. He's ready to cut someone's dick off.
And you know what? And he's a little white dude, but he's working that neck.
He's working that neck
Man,
action.
he's channeling a sister right now like it's nobody's business.
It's ridiculous.
I need to bring this song to the barbecue, to spill barbecue.
Play it on the loudspeaker.
I was like, do girls really?
Hey, go. I'll tell you what.
Do girls really do that?
Oh, it's been talked about in the community. I've heard a lot about
I
it.
know this chick does it.
Well, no,
just the way that you were talking about, it's like, okay, the guy's got to unzip his fly. And then it's like, she's got to bend down there, and it's like, oh, yeah. That's,
To y'all, that would be around, See, y'all think, oh, that's a sexual thing. No, that girl ready to rip his shit off.
Yeah, she's gonna bite his shit when he pulls it out. Like
She's getting slapped in the face.
No, they usually do that. But after I've rolled my dick in sweet, sweet lilac. But anyway,
You give yourself a bottle of Free Breeze.
Jack off with potpourri.
Damn.
that's right, boy.
That is awesome.
Hey man. Well, you know what? Go ahead and play it. I'm gonna go out on "Can I Smell Your Dick" dedicated
There you
to
go.
the Shining over there.
And this has been another ending of
A couple of cold.
I'm laughing too hard to do it again.
All right, y'all.
Okay, let's
Hey,
see
guys,
if I can do this. They don't really believe it wasn't Carlisle here. Let's see here. This is another ending of Let's Do This with co-host and Corey with your special guests of Ren, Kent, and The Shining.
Yeah. All right.
Beautiful.
Good night, everybody.
Awesome.
Good night.
All right, now get the hell out of my house.
The fuck out of here.
Party August 2009.
Album drops 2000.
Peace out, everyone.
Let me smell your dick toy.
See you on the side.
All right, now we getting out of here. Bye, y'all.
Peace out.